Ask me about my wiener.
We ready to roll?
Broadcasting live from the internet, it's Tuesday night, and this is the Panels on Pages podcast.
Big boys playing with big toys.
This is quality content.
The boomers are into it.
Hey man, I just show up.
With your hosts, Lee Rodriguez.
I am a visionary. Like, oh, you have a podcast? I'm like, no, that's not me. That's somebody else.
Jason Nyes.
Yeah, sure. I'm not getting any vegetables in my diet. I'm just a thick boy.
Jose Guzman.
Is Jose on the show tonight?
He says he's coming.
It's like Elton John all over again, just minus the death threats.
Kelly Harris.
Rip your hand in your pants there, big boy. That's not me. I don't sound like that anymore.
And our good buddy Mahoney.
And Mahoney's here. What's up, Mahoney?
We can do just glorious, wonderful things on our phones, people.
No one's ever done anything like this before.
It's gonna be massive.
It's going to be great. I mean, obviously, I think it'll be great.
And it's all killer, no filler.
My seat's on fire! Your dick's so hot!
Come on. It's so good.
It's pretty good. It's there. It's reliable. You know what you're getting every single time.
Man, I'm so glad you found us.
You're all terrible people, and I'm glad you're my friend.
Put that in the intro.
That's really funny.
Over 500 episodes, and you'd think they'd have the hang of it by now.
It seems like the concept that would run its course very quickly. What is happening, everybody?
Oh my God.
No? That's not good?
That was a lot hotter than it was earlier.
I promise it's not.
Move approximately 18 inches back.
Okay, yeah, you do need to turn down
Pull the
a little
mic
bit.
out of your
All
throat.
right. How about that? Is that better? We good now?
That's better.
Okay, all right. So,
He came in.
my apologies. Oh, we have fun. We're professionals. We've been doing this for 13 years. It's obvious.
Oh, it's our Swing 13?
Whenever I'm trying to test mics with everybody, when I say give me a mic test and like Jose goes, hello, I'm like, no, like give me like the show is live, Jose, you know? Like when I'm testing,
I'm so many different places. I don't know where that Jose is.
When I'm testing my audio, I'm like, mic check. Give me that mic check. But man,
Screaming in it.
we sound
like
good
a cannibal
now.
corpse.
Loud and clear.
Yeah. Fuck. What is it? It's Tuesday. It's 22nd of March, 2022, and it's episode 591 of the Panels on Pages podcast. I am your host, loud as fuck, the Lord Reverend Lee Rodriguez. Joining me tonight, we got Mr. Jason Nyes.
Drunk if you're chorny.
Jose Guzman's here.
Squishy bananas can eat a dick.
And, and our good buddy Mahoney.
Hello. I don't have anything prepared. I panicked. I didn't know what to
Jose,
say. I was trying to remember the squishy banana thing about a long time ago when we were like, if you find somebody who can put a soft banana in their ass, let me know. I want to congratulate them, but I couldn't remember it. I panicked.
I can't remember my opening!
What the fuck?
Jose, when life gives you mushy bananas, you make banana bread.
No, it's why I don't like sweet potato yams. It's not so much a flavor; it's a consistency.
Yeah, a soft
same
banana
thing.
does kind of taste like mashed sweet potato.
And I love
Texture-wise.
onions, mushrooms, but sautéed mushroom, like that mushy mushroom, nah, nope.
That's because you're doing it too much. You're doing it too long. There's a fine line with the sauce.
No. I don't do it. I don't cook that shit. I'm talking about like on anything. Like even mushrooms on a pizza is too, like, sometimes mushy.
So what, you just raw dog and mushrooms?
Yeah, fuck yeah. I'd raw dog a mushroom on a salad. Like, fuck yeah, raw dog. Give me. I would much rather raw dog a mushroom than have it cooked.
I think we all know Jose will eat a mushroom.
Yeah. What happened to your guy, Jose? What's going on?
Yeah, I know. Yeah, you're telling me.
He did the NECA movie turtles move, but to fucking mushrooms. He's like, oh, yep, got mushrooms coming, guaranteed. Fucking sent us a screenshot of his shopping cart. Sorry, these mushrooms are sold out.
Yeah.
That holothon experience.
But like I had, I bought a bundle of bananas. I was working, so the plan was chug a dry oatmeal with my coffee. That's the shit, y'all. Get those Quaker Oats packs, like your favorite. The Dayton walnut is the best. I have found that, and then the apple.
You guys have all
So
seen Jose eat dry oatmeal.
Just raw dog and Quaker oatmeal now? Okay.
Pouring it in his mouth like he's my mother-in-law.
Yeah.
But you raw dog a mouthful of Quaker Oats, and then you take a swig of the hot coffee, and it's almost like you cook the oatmeal in your mouth. It's fucking great. So that and a banana.
It's almost like that, except it's not at all like that.
No, but it's great. But also, if you gotta have something to drink, or you'll fucking choke.
Yeah, I feel like there's a high risk of cinnamon challenge.
Yeah, well, you don't hoover it like a fucking anteater. A nice pour.
Anteater.
But and then a banana. Like that's my drive to work jam.
Oh God.
At the stoplights, I hit the fucking dry oatmeal, get a coffee, try to have my coffee done by the time I get there, so I'm not trying to drink it at the booth. But
Okay.
towards the end of the week, the bananas aren't as firm, and for some reason, the area the bananas go kind of quick. So I was like, all right, well, I'll do it. I almost fucking ran off the road, throwing up in my mouth. Drive over there. Threw that bitch out the window.
No, I love a banana like that. You could squeeze it out of the peel like it's toothpaste.
No.
That's
No, I want one that feels like I got
a banana Go-Gurt.
Give me a banana that's like a Slim Jim.
No,
You gotta,
no,
fight
thank
to do
you.
it.
No, I don't want.
Maybe not that hard. I like a banana that I can fucking pull the banana peel all the way down, and the banana doesn't just fucking
fall apart.
Yeah, like it stands at attention, like it's ready to.
So
it's
funny.
ready to
Like,
smash.
I don't remember the last time I had a banana until like last week. One day, Jackson's home from school and he was worried about me, so he brought me a banana. I'm like, thanks, buddy. Like,
Did it make
He's
everything
like,
better?
does this remind you of your poor dick?
He's like, here, heard something's not working, so why don't you have this? Get you by.
we'll talk all about that in a little while. I swear to Christ. Oh my God.
Yeah. So sorry. Go intros.
Oh yeah.
No, I think you got it.
Okay. I kind of went off the rails with the. Oh yeah, because
Kelly. Yeah, Kelly's not here because there is a internet outage in Milwaukee, apparently just on his street, according to that map he sent.
Yeah, that map was the tiniest sliver.
So
It's like-
Kelly and his family don't have internet tonight. Neither do the rodent carcasses that pepper his neighborhood.
The raccoon community has no Netflix tonight. It's a real fucking problem. Board up your windows. The raccoons and possums are bored.
They're bored. They're out for trouble. This is what West Side Story is about. If you haven't watched it already,
There's a bunch of possums walking down the street, painted up like the Warriors.
yeah. Looking for Kelly, particularly.
Come out to play.
One of them's got a tiny shovel. We'll get you back, Kelly.
Oh, it's fucking ridiculous. Oh my God. There was a reason that there was no show last week. We'll go over that a little bit after the break. It's a very exciting, horrible fucking story. I had a moment the other day when I thought, like, people, I think, you can ask somebody and they will, maybe be able to look back and say, oh yeah, this thing, whatever it is, like that was definitely like the worst thing that ever happened to me, for sure, yeah. But I wonder how many people can say that about, like, today,
When it's happening.
and know it. Like, oh no, this is 100% the worst thing that's ever happened. I mean, right now, this is what's going on. Like, I'm in the shit, so to speak. Well, your boy's in the shit.
Yeah.
We'll talk about that a little bit later. for fucking sure.
Medical things will definitely do that to you. When I went to the ER after the one India trip, and when I was in the ER for the ticulitis, real come to Jesus moment. I was like, oh shit, it's come to this, huh?
Yeah, I was thinking about people that I knew, and you were one of them. Like, I wonder what was worse, the crazy ass car wreck,
Oh shit,
or the Brock Lesnar poopy tummy for Nice. I wonder which one it was. Like,
the car
way,
the car
the
crash.
music.
Like
Yeah.
when I was in the hospital, it was 4 days of eating liquid food, and that sucked. But I was good to go after that. It still flares up every once in a while. I dealt with that car crash for a fucking while.
yeah.
My stupid brain.
Yeah, I knew somebody whose house burned down, and they like lost everything, and then their new house burned down.
Oh,
And I'm like, what are you doing? Like, I was like, what?
like, get a fucking smoke detector.
That's some
What are
shit.
you doing over there?
That's some shit that either turns you into a hoarder or makes you gain 600 pounds.
Yeah, it's fucking insane. Not to be mistaken with my great aunt, whose house burned down when I was a kid under mysterious circumstances, and then her son, my cousin, was arrested many years later trying to burn down the Payless shoe store he worked at.
Oh, that's interesting.
Oh.
Yeah.
What a coincidence!
Well, see, you don't understand. He was burning down the
I think I do
Payless shoe
understand.
store. No. He was burning down the Payless to hide the fact that he just robbed the Payless. You see.
Oh, right.
So it was the perfect plan, except for the part where it was really fucking stupid. So
I'm sure he wasn't trying to hide anything in his mom's house. I'm sure
Yeah,
everything he had going on in that house was up to snuff.
totally on the up.
Not
I
a
mean,
film.
we all have that pyromaniac arsonist cousin, don't we?
I think so. And if you
You
don't,
know, I got some
congratulations,
weird cousins, but I don't think any of them are pyromaniacs.
that you know about.
That's fair.
Saying. You got a cousin who just likes melting straws. He just don't know about it yet.
It wouldn't surprise me.
Fucking Glenn Mahoney just melting straws into an ashtray.
He's got a long lost nephew that's a member of the IRA.
Yeah.
I might. I don't know.
So I've been indulging in a little bit of retail therapy
Yeah, that'll do it.
before and after. Yeah, I've been buying a whole
You
bunch
just
of goofy
keep sending
shit.
me pictures of toys, being like, "Check it out, look what I got." And I'm like, "I don't know what that is, but I'm happy that you have it."
Yeah.
It sure does look big.
Yeah.
I don't
It's
know
some
what
wild
that toy
shit.
is, but you special,
You
kid.
special little
See,
kid.
'cause I also got a bonus at work. So this has all been a really interesting conflagration of
That's nice.
you know,
That's a nice
situations.
balancing.
Yeah.
Yeah. I had money to burn and cool shit to get, and put a big chunk of cash and save.
Now
It's been
you
nice.
did get it. You're not going to get like a certificate to the jelly of the month, and you
Oh, no.
blew all this
No,
money in the bank
definitely
account.
got it.
Okay.
Definitely got it. And got some nice feedback from my boss at work too, which is really good. Told me basically I'm the best one. And I'm like, yeah, no, thank you. Appreciate it.
Always want to be the best one.
That's right. But what set me off was Mezco put out one of their weird little Rumble Society guys, the Atticus Doom, they call him. He's like a cult private detective, whatever. He has a skull for a head. I'm like, oh, that guy's fucking cool. Fuck it, I'm gonna get him. So I got him, and then I'm like, man, it'd be really cool if I had like all their buddies, all Gomez and Atticus's little buddies. But the Mezco Rumble Society market is very interesting. Like they rarely will do like a pre-order, right? It's like, hey, put your orders in, and we'll ship these out in a few months when they get in. They usually are like, oh, hey, they're here now. You want one? Cool. Better buy them right now. And they limit this purchases to 6. So they sell out within like an hour, and people are automatically online flipping their, basically their confirmation pages on eBay for 2-3 times retail price. It's a really weird model. But then they'll do like, okay, cool, here's an accessory kit. You want to pre-order that? We'll ship that in 4 months. It's like, what are you doing? what the fuck are you doing?
Stupid.
It's a very strange thing. So the only way to fill the holes if you wanted to was to go on eBay, and it's often, oh boy, not inexpensive. So I'm like, all right, even I have my limits of what I'm willing to pay out of pocket for fucking nonsense toys. But what if I'm gonna hit the closet and store it and shit like that? Sell a bunch of shit. That's free toys.
Hell yeah.
That is.
Mm-hmm.
You fucking
Flip your own shit.
flip my shit. And boy, howdy, did I flip some shit. I had a couple of high dollar pieces, and $800 later, I have a pretty solid little Rumble Society collection from Mezco. It's ridiculous.
Which opened DVD TV seasons were you able to sell for the total of $800?
Oh my god! One of the big ones was
Psych,
an
was it
Amazon.
Psych?
Yeah, definitely. It was the WWE Ultimates for The Rock. It was an Amazon exclusive a couple years ago. Somebody pointed up like $150 for that guy. The Marvel Select Mephisto with his throne went for a fucking huge chunk of change. I don't remember how much.
Oh, wait until
That was
Doctor
a lot.
Strange comes out and he's in it. That's gonna
Yeah,
be-
he's
my thought
also
was-
going to be in Moon Knight, I hear.
fuck
I'm
yeah.
sure. Well, my thought on the Mephisto was like he's been up in value for a while. Like that one, I guess, had really like a short run or whatever, but he's been pretty valuable for a minute. And I never really wanted to let go of him, but he's been in a closet for a while, and I'm like, they're gonna make a Legends figure that's probably better at some point very soon.
Right.
So fuck it, I'll let this guy, drop $150 on it, whatever the hell it was. I'll let me do it. But I tell you what this did though this all sent me down a crazy like tax rabbit hole, right? Because at some point, if you sell enough shit on eBay,
Oh no.
well, if you sell enough shit on eBay, they're like,
Yeah.
hey, we can't pay you until you fill out this form. We got to, so you can tax this shit. And I'm like, all right, but, okay. So I bought a thing and paid taxes on it. After they taxed the money that I made already, they taxed it again when I bought the thing. And then another private person bought it for me, and they had to pay tax on the same thing I already paid tax on. And then you're going to tax me on the money that they... What the fuck? It's like, how do you can't keep double dipping on the same fucking thing? What are you doing?
And then
You're
don't
like,
forget,
You prick.
You can.
don't forget, in April, they'll get you again.
Yep.
Yeah, no shit, right?
And then, God forbid, you die and try to give that money to your children. They'll be like, What
You
about
get a
the
little bit,
taxes?
yeah.
Yeah, and inheritance tax is some bullshit. I know that they like to attack, like, oh, we need to make sure that, rich kids get taxed. Like, fuck you, you got it already. Like, come on. Come on.
Zero
That's
Zero in the chat
Good.
says anything over $600 in sales on eBay now you got to get hit by the IRS.
yeah.
I mean, because a
it's
lot
like-
of people
it's not
are
like-
using it as like their store.
Well, yeah, because
Yeah.
they.
But I
also-
think there's a difference. You know what I mean? Like, I think that there is that, but like, if you're just a person to person, you know what I mean? Like, if we fucking met in a parking lot on Craigslist or some shit, like they wouldn't tax me. It's very odd.
Yeah, but
Very,
that's a new rule because they're doing that for 1099s too. They're starting
Yeah.
to look at any payment to anybody over $600 will be up to like their discretion on whether or not they want to check it out. They're trying to catch up with everyone doing shit like this, and they want their piece.
Yeah.
They're
Lee,
like,
I got
"All
some
right."
of these Mezco Rumble Society figures pulled up. If you want to kind of walk us through what you got here. In your
Okay,
nice
let's see here what we got.
little
Sure.
It's like a flash mob of a collection you've got.
Okay. What we got? Oh yeah. Okay, so that's the holiday edition Gomez that Nicole got me last year for Christmas. But I bought him a gun holster and a sweet ass T-shirt. I also bought him a grill.
Yeah.
And
Pool
that
table.
one is Captain Nemo from 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea. He's fucking dope. You can take out that the robot hand and replace it with a harpoon with like a fucking rope on a reel and shit. It's very crazy.
Nice.
That one, the detail on that one is fucking ridiculous.
Yeah, even in this
Like,
picture,
that-
you can see the paint apps.
It's wild. That one's gorgeous. Yeah, and that's the Secret Agent Gomez body with a bunch of other crazy shit that they put on there, just fucking around because they had a bunch of extra parts. That's our boy Atticus Doom. There, he's the one that started the whole fucking thing. He's got,
And that's pretty quick. That turnaround was quick. Like they announced
About a month.
that not too long ago.
yeah, it was pretty much a month front to back, like 30 days exactly. One of the coolest things that he has that I've never seen before is so like that little spell effect that clips onto his wrist or whatever, and it's like fine, cool. You've seen that a million times. But you can take off his hand and plug in like a portal to his hand, and then there is a freestanding other side that you can put on a stand that is like another portal with like the fabric edge of his sleeve, and you put a hand on that as if he's portaling his hand out to like
fuck yeah.
fucking hit you or whatever. Like it's dope.
That's
I've never
great.
seen that before.
Holy shit! Look at this guy.
That fucking guy. Yeah, that's a Hawk P40.
Fuck
He's got
yeah.
all kinds of crazy shit.
And they
He's got a
usually
bunch of-
release like a cool ass stop motion with the toy.
Like a stop motion.
they're
A
released.
couple of them come with comic books, which is kind of fun. Like
So
it's like old pulpy comic book stuff.
that was kind of where I was where I lose you is like, is this like a League of Extraordinary Gentlemen situation? Are these all like good guy friends? Like what's happening?
Kind of whatever you want, man. To be honest
Well,
with you,
some
like it's
of them
kind of like one of
has-
those.
Some connections, like that. I think that Ram guy is part with one of those bounty hunter like things.
Yeah, like the only thing you have like is connective tissue, are like some of the little stop motion things that they do. But like
Yeah.
otherwise, they have like some little
Free
stories
for
in the
all.
comics, or it's like fucking, it's like being a kid again. Just use your imagination type
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah, if you
Like,
kind of
they're all same scale. You fucking do the math.
if you kind of look
Yeah.
at this picture cross-eyed, it's like, oh yeah, that's a bunch of Marvel figures, but no, it's original designs. Just made to be toys. Super
Yeah, they're just
articulated.
high end. Yeah, they're just high end, well articulated, fucking tailored outfit toys. Homeboy on the left there is the Mosquatch, and his whole body's flocked like Mossman.
Yeah,
So
and
it's-
wasn't
it, like,
the
feels
box
pretty-
flocked
feels all
too?
Yeah, all the logos in the box were flocked. It's pretty cool.
It's wild,
neat shit.
man. What a hole you've gone down.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I kind of have to stop. Mostly because like I kind of have all the ones that I really want anyway. There's a few other ones, but they don't
Mhm.
really.
That's what I
Well,
said
tickle
about
my
NECA
fancy.
turtles.
Yeah. Haven't bought the token Razar yet. Let's see how that holds out.
You got 2 weeks, don't you?
Yeah. 2 weeks to really mull over the decision. I'm sure it's gonna go great.
Just get it, pussy.
Yeah,
You deserve it, Lee. Treat yourself.
Yeah. They're huge action figures. They're enormous.
They're
Treat.
so big.
Yo,
They're so big.
So, Treat, can you imagine Atticus Doom portal punching Toka while
Right in the
Razor's
fucking-
laughing his ass off?
I might be able to imagine that a little too easily.
I say,
And so I had some ideas for some cool pictures you can take with them because they're like these fuckers are infinitely posable, man. Like it's crazy what you can do with them. Like the reason they make those little stop motion videos is because they're basically stop motion puppets. Like there's nothing they can't do. And so I had some pretty fun ideas, but like looking up props and shit, like it's all really expensive. And then, okay, cool, I can get this pack of fucking food or whatever, but it's $60 damn. And then I don't even remember what made me think of it, but I went to Hobby Lobby and I'm like, let me go check out like the dollhouse section. And they had all kinds of shit, and it was super cheap. And I looked on Amazon and they have a whole bunch. There's all this shit that's 1/12 scale, and it's like, okay, you want a full-on table and chairs or like an office? Yeah, it's $12. It's like, oh, okay, that's all right.
Yeah,
That's what we're doing.
You're giving me the itch.
They got lots of cool shit, fucking couches and full kitchens, whatever. Like a full kitchen set's like $30, and it has everything in it you could want. Like,
Yeah, I
I think
definitely
I sent
need some
Jose
couches.
a chessboard.
Yeah, I fell in love. Like that's beautiful. That's pretty cool.
Whenever you were like, all of the pieces are loose, so you can play a real game of chess. I was like, you mean I have to keep track of miniature, tiny chess pieces?
Are they magnetic at least, I hope?
I don't know. I'm
Like,
not
glue
sure.
that
How do you-
shit down. Like, wonderful that you can play real chess with it, but that's gonna get old real quick.
But I mean, I don't think you should. I mean, you know.
But you could set it up for a photo with a couple characters.
Exactly. Yeah, and like
get you a Mezco Charles Xavier and a Mezco Magneto.
But I do like that because you can set up positions. You know what I mean? Like you can show a checkmate and it actually be a checkmate because you can make it a checkmate.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. And like
the open game,
you know,
I like it.
There was a Big Bad Toy Store had this like billiard table, and I'm like, oh, this is fucking dope. He's like, oh, it's $175. Holy shit! And then today I was like, what if I get a dollhouse billiard table? And I was like, you sure can, homie. It's $24. I'm like, oh fuck, look at that. So
I mean, that's a pretty good deal, all things considered.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to build a little studio up here, take some pretty pictures.
We should, you guys, Mahoney, Jose, come over here. We need to have a quick talk.
Okay, Lee, go over there.
We need to convince Lee to start building ships and bottles.
Yes.
Oh God.
like not just a ship though, like something fancier than a ship. Like it's got to be like a Batmobile in a bottle.
A starship.
Yeah. Like the Millennium Falcon in a bottle.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I like it.
Yeah.
Like going through that asteroid field.
Ooh, actually, this sounds kind of dope.
That sounds kind of awesome.
Jose, get on
we
this.
We just convinced ourselves to build
This joke just got real.
I saw they're doing one of the Lego sets this year is the tunnel run from A New Hope. And so it's like a section of tunnel with an X-Wing in it. It looks really fucking cool. It looks real cool.
We've got like 9 Lego sets we got to build before we can buy any more.
Yeah, they're doing the Dagobah swamp with
Hey,
Yoda
just because Kelly's not here doesn't mean you could throw away slurs like that.
I think it does. I think he'd appreciate it. Yeah.
At least call him a Dagobah to his face.
Yeah. Fucking silly Dagobah. He'd be like, hey! And then only other thing really worth talking about is in an effort to do something normal, went to see a fucking movie this week.
Fuck yeah, you saw Batman again.
I went to see X, the new Ty West movie.
I thought it was a fucking documentary on the passing of a.
You guys are not ready for X. Like, so
is X going to give it to us?
X is going to give it to you. Now the trailer for X is just like, okay, cool. It's the 70s. These small group of people that go out to this farmhouse. They kind of rent out this farmhouse to shoot a porno in the 70s, and crazy shit ensues. That's all I tell you. There's no hint of what it's about really beyond that. And holy shit, like we were not ready. It was awesome. If you're into weird little horror pictures, cannot recommend that one enough. But can't really say a whole lot about it without ruining all the twists and shit. It's great, fucking awesome. So go do that. Yeah, that's all I got. What's up, Nice? What's up with you?
Well, shit. So things around here are kind of back to normal. Mask mandates have been out the door for a while. It's Florida, and we went to those AEW shows. We didn't wear masks. Been going out a lot more places without masks, and at some points it feels good. Other points it's like, oh my god, I'm so naked right now. The one thing I like about wearing a mask all the time is it's an easy way to just kind of cut off any connection to the outside world when you're out in public. We don't have to look at each other's face. We don't have to acknowledge one another. Everyone is just a faceless, mouthless number just going through this world right now. Everybody leave each other. And also with social distancing and all that.
What
everybody just stay the fuck away.
Are the number one contributor to the psychological damage this pandemic has done to people.
Right.
See, maybe
all the shit you're
what
talking
you
about the pros
to me is paradise.
Well, so this guy I encountered at Target on Sunday, he must have been really having a real hard time during the pandemic, not being able to fucking make comments at people or say what's up to just random strangers. So we're standing there in the makeup section. Mary's looking for some nail polish. and she shows me a couple colors, pretty similar colors of pink. And I pick one. She says, which one do you like better? And I pick the one that's a little bit darker because the other one seemed to be like the same shade as her skin. And I saw this motherfucker, this boomer, silver hair, curly mustache. I saw him from like the registers, and this is like 50, 75 feet away. And he looks like he's just saying hi to everybody, making comments, and just holding court in this Target on a Sunday.
Been waiting for
Jason!
And me, by the way, I'm just trying to live my life. Don't step to me. I'm here with my wife. We're looking at nail polish. Leave me the fuck alone. Guy walks up just as she's asking the question, which one do you like? I pick out the one. He goes, he walks up, big fucking cheesy smile on his face, and says, doesn't matter which one you pick, you're gonna be wrong. Ha ha ha. Walks off with his wife. He walks off in the opposite direction, and my back is facing him as he walks off. And Mary gives him a nice little chuckle, like, ha ha ha, that's funny. And I just stand there and I no sell it. And I just look at her and I kind of shake my head like, this motherfucker. And it's like, what are you implying, dude? Like, are you projecting that in your marriage, whenever your significant other asks you a question, do they always yell at you that you're wrong? Like, are you hurting inside? And you think this happens everywhere? You think that my wife thinks I'm just a big dumb idiot. I have no opinion whatsoever. It's her way or the highway. It's so fucking weird.
I mean, yeah. And like knowing nothing else about him, I'm willing to bet that whatever answer he does give is usually wrong. So I think that she's on to something.
It's just so weird. It's so weird. Maybe I'm just not used to interacting with people in public anymore. Or maybe I've gotten to the point where I am fine with interacting, but just don't try and do bits on me, man. I don't fucking know you. Yeah. Goddamn silver stash.
That needs to just not be a thing no matter what.
And just like back up.
Yeah.
Back the fuck up. And like Mary said in our message, it made her think really long and hard because she chuckled at the guy. And she said it made her think long and hard about how her entire life she's been taught to just kind of like, ha ha ha, that's funny. That's funny, older white male. So
see, I wish Mary had asked him which one he preferred, and then no matter which one he picked, been like, no, that's the wrong one.
It doesn't matter what you pick.
And then she throws that at his fucking forehead.
Wrong, kid.
Like, try again, Jasper, you fuck.
Jesus Christ. His marriage must just be...
He seems awesome.
Yeah. Like, the only joy he gets is going to Target and trying to roast people.
Yep.
I don't even think he was there to purchase anything.
Probably not. He was just looking for somebody to talk to him. His wife was just trying to make eyes with an undercover cop.
Right.
Be like, get me out of here.
It's innocuous enough to where, like, it's not a big deal, right?
No.
Like, it doesn't matter.
No.
But it's still super fucking irritating. No, I get it.
Yeah.
It feels very much on the same wavelength as like when a server walks up to your table and your plate's empty and they go, "Oh, you must have hated it," or something like that.
Yeah.
It's like, no, we are not cool, man.
Yeah. You're like, where's my fucking drink refill? It's been 20 minutes.
I do, however, hate you. That much we can definitely agree on.
So that besides, Mary and I finally decided to sit down and chore through the 2 hours and 26 minutes of Eternals.
That doesn't feel like it's as long, like 2 hours and 26 minutes. I'm like, no, that can't be right.
We talked
that
about
movie
it.
Was at least 3 hours.
We talked about it, and it felt like all of 4 hours. Like, it felt like a fucking 4-part miniseries, and Batman flew by, no pun intended.
Yeah. Right, yeah.
Like, I know you probably haven't seen it still, Mahoney, but it is almost 3 hours long, but it fucking moves at a clip. Eternals is so long. and so boring, and you don't care about any of the characters. Maybe Dane. Maybe Dane's the only character you really care
honestly,
about.
he's really not that bad.
No, he's
so
definitely like one of the better parts.
It's so stupid how they're like, this is just Dane. We're not going to give you any background or anything until you're 2.5 hours in, but like, this is just Dane.
Mm-hmm.
It's dumb, but it's kind of like, well, he's likable. Like, I would like to see more of Dane.
The monsters look like shit. But like once you get used to the monsters,
I like the monsters. The monsters are kind of cool looking. I didn't mind the monsters. They're okay. But like I mean, like I said, the monsters were okay, but I still didn't give a shit when they showed up. You know, like
yeah. None of the Eternals had distinct personalities. They were all very much robots,
except for Kumail Nanjiani's character, who was like fun and like I like the bit where he's been all the men in his family, all this like this dynasty of Bollywood stars, like that's all cool. Like he's great, and then he's like, nah, I don't want to be in the third act.
Yeah.
I'll just go fuck off over here for a while.
Yeah,
Kumail. I guess I'll adopt my childlike sister now that she's human somehow. I guess I'll take care of her now. I'm back in the movie.
That was so weird. I don't know enough about Bollywood, obviously. I'm no Bollywood expert. But I saw on TikTok that is like an actual like family. Like in Bollywood, there is a family of like, 5 generations of actors.
Oh, I believe it.
Sure.
And they were like, this is absolutely an homage to them.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and that part felt the truest of the whole fucking movie. And then they're like, hey, Dry Ezra Miller, come help us fight. And he's like, nah. He's like, nah, I'm not gonna do that. And
his Irish or Scottish accent or whatever the fuck it was real bad.
Yeah, it was really weird.
Why did any of them have accents?
Because they scattered to the wind.
But like because they had accents when they came out of the toaster. Like when they first fucking popped out of the toaster.
No, they didn't even talk. They didn't even talk when they came out of the toaster.
But they like, talked before then. Like,
I'm Cersei. I'm Icarus. Want to bang?
Yeah.
I don't remember it well enough. I thought
the one shit, and then the one is deaf for no reason.
I think we can. Besides Kumail and the mid-credit scene are the most Marvel MCU shit in the whole movie. I think besides that, put this in the same trash pile that Inhumans is in, and let's just move on.
Yeah, which is funny because it was totally the Inhumans replacement.
Yeah.
Like, and I do like that. It's not often. In fact, this might be the first time. That you're watching the movie and it's like it's over and it's like, oh, the Inhumans will return or the Eternals will return, and it's like, oh, that feels like a threat. It's never felt like a threat before.
Keep your shit up and we'll make another one.
It's usually like, oh, cool, I can't wait to see Thor again. It's like, the Eternals are going to be back. Hope you fucking like it. And like, oh, man, I don't.
That was definitely my thing watching it. I could not help but be like, why are we doing this? Like, everything else kind of fits in the larger narrative, and you get like why they're doing it. And with the Eternals, I was like, I just don't understand why any of this is necessary or relevant.
I feel that way whenever I see an Eternals comic book. You know what I mean? Like, I've
True.
I've been reading comics for fucking 30 years. Like, I've never given half a fuck about an Eternal.
Yeah.
Like, it's gotta be. It has to be, right? The hardest property to try to make into a movie, right? Like, what's harder to make a movie out of than the fucking Eternals? And they're like, we're gonna go for it. It's like, well, okay. And you know what? I don't know enough about the Eternals to say whether or not that's like the best Eternals movie you could make. Maybe it is. You know what I mean? Like maybe that's
some Eternals fans like
gets.
they fucking nailed it.
Yeah. But the problem is there aren't any. Like, there's no one who's like, oh, fuck yeah, Eternals.
They all died of COVID.
Yeah, no shit.
Oh, how ironic.
They went out with the rest of the grandpas.
Yeah.
It's just weird. It's just, you're right. It's weird. Like,
would have much rather watched the Batman again.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Batman's
we gotta
so
make
good.
that happen.
It's good stuff.
We're gonna eat one of them Batman cow pussies and watch the Batman in IMAX.
That sounds like a real good day. What you got, Jose?
Okay. I had on my notes.
Just say hello.
Bananas.
God damn it.
What if he saw the bananas and he's like, what bananas?
Fuck soft bananas. So, in case you missed the opening of the show, fuck soft bananas.
In case you're tuning in live late.
Nothing much, man. Just been working. I got tired. So this fucking office, the tile in the room, I have called an office. It is not an office. It is a floor room of an older house that the people who lived here before they sold it decided to turn it into an indoor home.
Yeah,
house,
it was basically a patio, and the floor is sloped for drainage.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it is definitely not the tile to put an office in. But in the situation of the living quarters, I can't put my office in the extra bedroom because that's too close to his bedroom. And I cannot, you know what I mean? Like if he's got to work early in the morning, I can't be in the room next to him doing this right now.
Yeah.
So this room is away from everybody because the lady also has to get up early. Everyone's on different whack schedules, but this allows me to be away from everybody. I can kind of be a little loud because I can close the sliding glass door and it's away. But the downfall is I go to sit at my desk to do something. And if I'm not in the grooves of the tile in the middle of typing, I will just drift away from the laptop. And then I go to scoot up and it gets caught in a piece of the tile and now it won't move. And it's just, I'm done with it. I'm over it. I thought this was something I could stick out. Months later, it is slowly driving me insane. And sometimes, like, expecting to slide with ease and being jerked back does not feel good on my knee.
Well, yeah.
When, I got all this motion ready to go.
One of the most infuriating things in my life is trying to move my chair on the little plastic thing that's on the carpet and it getting caught or something. Like, it drives me fucking insane.
Mm-hmm.
I understand.
So one of the last booths we worked on, because last time Nyes was over, I'm bitching about it because I'm, sitting in my chair. He's sitting on the couch across from me and I'm just slowly drifting towards him.
Nyes like,
hey buddy.
You're making a move? What is he doing?
So he's like, oh, well, maybe put some like carpet and it'll stop it. I'm like, all right, cool.
Well,
So
he had been talking about all this carpet that he got from one of these jobs, and he carpeted his garage.
Yeah. Oh, I double padded that bitch. It is fucking comfy.
So plush.
It is all those booths that you talk about.
Like an Archaea Comics booth.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what my garage is right now in my little work area. So I'm working on this booth and it's the down and it's a huge booth. It's like a 20 by 100, 100 by 100, whatever the fuck.
Jesus Christ.
It's a pretty big booth. Like this was a big show. This was HIMSS, which is a medical show. So like they're bringing in, like, these are double decker booths, which is huge for a trade show. Usually trade shows.
HIMSS, is that the hair restoration?
Who?
Isn't HIMSS like a hair
Well,
restoration?
it's abbreviated of the show. I don't exactly know what the show means, but it's HIMSS.
Oh, okay.
For whatever medical show it is. But
HIMSS is also a telehealth company.
Okay, yeah, no, I don't know. But this is just abbreviation because when they book it, they're like, we need guys for HIMSS. They just, you know what I mean? Ain't nobody.
We need some HIMSS for HIMSS.
Yeah. So I'm working the down, and the first question I ask is, what's up with the carpet? We rolling the carpet or is it a rental? If it's a rental, we don't have to do it. And once we're done with the booth and the booth is packed, like, we bounce. That's it. We done. If it's their carpet, we have to roll the carpet, roll the padding, put that back on the skids. That sucks because a 100-foot roll of carpet is heavy. So these guys are like, we're getting rid of the carpet. And I'm like, fuck yeah, sweet. We still have to roll the carpet up because you have to get everything out of the booth or they charge you. You can't just like leave it. Unless it's a rental, they come get it. So I hear that and I'm like, all right, cool. I'll be right back. I fucking cut me out a 20 by 20 foot carpet, rolled that bitch up, taped it, set it aside by my bag. Like, I'm going to take that bitch later. So fast forward. Well, before that, I did pull a trick because I'm not rolling a 100-foot fucking roll of carpet if I don't have to. So I cut that bitch like in short strips.
Well, yeah.
And I just rolled a little bit, put it on a dolly, put it in front of somebody else's booth, dropped that shit off, walked away. Rolled up another short little thing, walked it in front of somebody else's booth, tossed it there, walked away. So today I go to
you gave him the old here, you throw this out.
Yeah. Well, see, and here that's fucked up thing is in the convention centers, you want to make a mess.
Yeah.
Because you're creating jobs. The more mess you make, the more mess needs to be picked up, the more mess picker-uppers they hire, the more people that are working. We're all making money. So I just throw all kinds of shit out. You pick that up. Yeah. We're all trying to help each other out. So either way, I sat in front of the computer today to do something, trying to hammer some shit out. And I start drifting away from the...
Oh, no.
And I was like, nope, not doing it. I remembered that the carpet, I grabbed that carpet, fucking went out there. I went to town, went out, unrolled it, measured the area I needed, fucking cut that bitch, put some double-sided tape on the back, put that bitch down. I don't roll away. It still doesn't completely stop the sticking.
Yeah.
But I'm not rolling away and it's not as bad.
Well, that's good.
And what's cool is when this gets dingy and fucked up, I'm just going to roll this bitch up, toss it, cut a new piece, put that bitch back down. I got enough to replace this 4 times.
Love
it.
And it's already garbage. So, like, if it gets fucked up, you know what I mean? Like, fuck it. There'll be another booth that don't keep their carpet. This isn't the first carpet or the last carpet I'll get.
I've got those tempered glass chair mats because, my big ass, I'd crack a plastic chair mat within a week of using one of those. And that's when you get stuck in the cracks, that's real bad. But these tempered glass chair mats are supposed to support up to 1,000 pounds. So I'm like, all right. So far, no issues, but I know it will end badly. I will end up having to clean up millions of tiny pieces of glass.
You're unpacking it. You're like, I will end you.
I am gonna lacerate my feet.
Yeah. At some point, this will explode. Like, I'm cleaning shit up. Lee, you sold a bunch of shit. We're gathering a bunch of old video equipment to sell.
Fuck yeah, we had a powwow.
I'm fucking going through finding pieces. I found these 2 metal screws, and I dropped both of them on my glass chair mat. And I fully expected an explosion. But it didn't happen.
Taking a deep breath is like,
yeah, just, fuck, that could have been so fucking bad.
Made that shit work.
Gonna sound like Stone Cold busting in the house. I hope I'm recording when it happens. Dun-dun, dun-dun.
I don't know. I kind of hope you're not.
Oh, shit. What's up with you, Mahoney?
Oh, what a week. What a week this is.
A lot of that going around, huh?
Yeah. So, let's see. How did we start? So, the other day, I come downstairs after wheeling and dealing, just working my magic to get someone I know a job. And I do a magnificent job, as I always do. And I get the job done. And I come downstairs to my lovely wife, and I'm like, did it. I did it. It's all set. And she's like, that's so good. My sister's coming to town. She's going to be here Thursday. I'm like, what? what is that? What kind of messed up karma is that? Like, I just did a nice thing. Like, why do I have a visitor coming? And I'm like, I didn't even go see the Batman because I'm like, I don't know. I shouldn't be going to the movies. Like, I should have gone and saw the stupid Batman. Like,
You want to see the Batman?
What did
It's
you
fine.
do the week before?
I don't know. So,
You pissed off somebody.
Did
My
you get
sister-in-law
Did you
comes
get
to
another
town.
pillow printed?
I did not make any pillows. Maybe this is the original pillow.
Is this pillow karma?
Yeah, it's going to take a couple karmas to get back for that
I
pillow.
kind of forgot about the pillow. Yeah, that might be it.
Is this
I could
because we
definitely do
tried
it.
to get somebody to eat a poison fish sandwich?
I
He's like,
mean, hard to say.
Now it makes sense.
Hard to
That's what it
say.
was.
Tell you what, everybody out there, if you want the Popcast to control your life, just make a bunch of Twitter surveys and we will decide how your life goes from here on
You
out.
could simply ask us. You don't have to make the survey. Just ask us. Just at Popcast and be like, yo, should I eat this fish sandwich? We'll be like, yeah. Yeah, you should. Please do it on film.
We will not steer you wrong ever.
It depends on your definition of wrong.
And ever.
We gotta figure out what happened with those fish sandwiches. So into town comes my sister-in-law, and like I enjoy my sister-in-law. She's great, but like it has been a long time since I've even had someone over for a visit. Like, so it's just like a lot to like have somebody in the house. And day number one, she's staying downstairs. We got the nice setup downstairs. She's all set up down there. She's got her own bathroom, the TV, the sitting area, her bed, everything all great. She
It's
goes
basically
downstairs.
like the Mahoney basement is essentially a little apartment. Like there's like a
Yeah.
half bath down there.
Basically.
Like, if
I would rent
Yeah.
that bitch out.
Yeah.
Like,
So she's
not
down
you rent
there.
it out. I would rent that from you.
She's loving life. Dinner's like about to be on the table. She's like, okay, I'll be right back. Runs downstairs, comes back up all like disheveled. She's like, I slipped and fell in your bathroom. I put my head through your wall. I'm like, I can't. I'm like, what do you mean? And yeah, there's like a big hole in the drywall of my bathroom where my sister-in-law
Roughly-
put her head
roughly
through
head
it.
shaped.
Yeah.
It comes in threes. It takes 3 to eliminate one pillow.
Yeah, I'm like, okay, great. Like, great. And like it's not even the type of thing you just like throw some spackle on. Like it's a big ass.
You're going to
like,
have to get a
ass.
piece of drywall.
Yeah. I'm like, this is just wonderful. Just fantastic.
That sucks so bad.
It's so annoying. I was looking at it today. I was down here and I was just standing there staring at it. And I'm like, oh.
Was
When,
this the same sister-in-law that spilled the pasta salad?
Yes, the famous
Oh
pasta salad.
no!
Okay.
Famous
Okay.
pasta salad story where as anyone who
I
knows
don't
me
think
knows,
she should go downstairs.
Yeah.
I don't like to accept help. I don't like to ask for help. I don't like to accept help. It's conditioned into me to feel bad if I can't do everything myself. And so, people who come to my home obviously don't like that because they would like to help and contribute and ease my burden.
Tried to fill his dishwasher once and was not happy.
Yeah, don't do that. No one do that.
No problem.
Don't fill my dishwasher.
At least he doesn't reorganize it.
I
was down
absolutely
there-
do.
The last time we were there, I was filling the dishwasher, and Knives walks up behind me and goes, "Dude, we just talked about this. Quick, fill the dishwasher."
Just leave your dishes
I
everywhere like the kids
absolutely will
do.
reorganize the dishwasher every time. And depending on how frustrated I am with the day, I'll do it right in front of you.
And don't break eye contact the whole time, but still sort it perfectly.
Yeah. So she wants to help. And so we're having this big like cookout or something. I don't know what's going on. So I got 2 boxes of suddenly pasta salad to make. And she's like, can I make the suddenly pasta salad? Now I hate making suddenly pasta salad because there's nothing suddenly about it. It takes forever. You need like 4 dishes. I'm like, yeah, go for it. Do it. So she makes it. She whips it all up. She's like, I'm going to bring this downstairs. I'm going to put it in the fridge downstairs. I say, that's great. That's wonderful. Carries it down the stairs, falls. trips and falls, misses the last step, falls on the ground, dumps it all over the ground, wakes up everybody who's sleeping down here, trying to scoop it back into the bowl, like just knowing in her heart that like this is it. Like there was one time I was going to allow her to help me. Now she's dumped the pasta salad all over the ground. Just sad.
Did she elaborate on how she ended up falling in your bathroom?
It was just she was just wearing socks, just stepped on the tile wrong and just went down. So we rearranged the carpeting in there.
I have slipped on the stairs in socks at your house before.
Well,
yeah, socks, carpet, stairs, that combo does not match.
If you can just try to land flat, don't put your head through anything. Much appreciated.
And she didn't even put her head through anything. Like that's an exaggeration.
I mean, it's not a like. It's cracked. It's busted up. Like
I seen the picture.
There's a dent and there's a crack and like it's definitely a hole.
When I was at Margaritaville shooting the employee videos, we did a skit that was like a real world, but we picked employees to play the managers, and they had all the managers live together. So one of the managers was cool enough to let us go to their house and shoot this. And I don't remember exactly what happened, but they fucking put a hole through the wall.
I know.
Little too much alcohol.
Little too much something. Like he was just supposed to just come out and like act like he's drunk and stumble out of the bathroom or something, and he came fucking full force and just ate the wall, huge hole. It's like, oh my god. It's like, man, I'm just holding the camera. I can't control what these guys do. But yeah, not cool.
So then we get to, I want to say, it was Sunday. My lovely wife is like, all right, I'm gonna take the kids because Katie's got this new friend from school. They're dying to go play at the park together. Katie's like, can we go at 1:00? Can we go at 3:00? Can we go? And so Lisa's like, yeah, whenever your friend can go to the park, let me know. We'll go to the park. And she's like, I'm gonna take my sister. I'm gonna take both kids. We're gonna go to the park. You can have some alone time. Let's recover.
Whoops, sorry.
All right. And I'm like, all right, sounds amazing. Sounds wonderful. So off she goes to the park. 20 minutes goes by. I get a phone call. Will screaming in the car. She's like, yeah, Will fell down. I'm bringing him home to you. And I'm like, okay, that's fine. Like, that's fine. Get him in the house. And I'm looking at it. And like, Will cries. When he gets hurt, he cries. And he'll cry hard. And then he will very quickly just be over it and be done.
You just gotta scream it out sometimes.
Yeah. So I'm like, okay, yeah. Like, you fell. I get it. Like, you fall all the time. Like, I've seen this kid fall and just smash his face into tables. Where I like
eat shit and then hop back.
I have like a physical reaction of like, oh God, like he just broke his face open and he just like pops up and is like, I need an ice pack. I'm like, okay. And so he gets home and he's on the couch and he's crying and he's crying and he's crying. And I'm like, okay, like, let me see your arm. Like, can you like move your fingers, lift your arm up, I'm like, bend it. And he's like, I can't bend it. I'm like, no, but like bend it. He's like, yeah, I can't bend it. I'm like, no, bend it. And I like touch his arm and he shrieks. And I text Lisa, I'm like, yeah, you gotta come home right now. Like, we gotta go to the hospital. We gotta go to urgent care. Like, his arm is not just like, he doesn't need an ice pack.
No
like,
bump.
something's the matter. And yeah, broke his arm.
You're not throwing a bag of cold peas on this.
Right. So yeah, off we go to urgent care. They do an x-ray and they're like, yep, yeah, he broke it right above the elbow. Broke his arm. So now he's in this cast, this, like full arm cast up to like his armpit.
Such an awkward spot.
Yeah.
Yeah, when
So
we
did
were
he
kids,
like land on his elbow?
I think he landed on his arm like if he like dove through a window. You know, like he just like landed on it kind of.
yeah,
But I wasn't there. I don't know.
when we were kids, we were wrestling around on the trampoline like kids do, and my youngest brother landed. It was like, oh, I hurt my arm or whatever, and my brother Luke and I were like, "Hey, shut the fuck up! We're getting in trouble." And out come my dad and my stepmom, and he was he was a whiny kid.
Yeah.
Like he was like everything that happened to him was always super dramatic. Like it's whatever. So everyone, not just his brothers, his children brothers. So we're like, fucking get up, fucking walk it off, you sissy. And then 2 hours later, he's just sitting over in the corner of the living room, just like cradling his arm, and we're like,
Oh.
huh. And then sure as shit, broke it real good.
Oh.
We broke his arm and then called him a pussy. Basically, is what happened.
That
Felt
made him
real
sit
bad
in the
about that
corner. Sit in the corner and think about your broken arm, bitch.
Felt real bad about that. Was like, oh man, that sucked. I'm real sorry.
That's good. You don't need to tell him the boy who cried wolf story. You're like, you lived it.
Yeah.
Maybe now you know not to make such a big deal out of everything.
I forgot about that until now. That sucks.
That was my quiet time. Will broke his arm.
God.
It's such a little kid thing to do.
Oh, I know. But he's all better now. He's all casted up and
Hopped up on that Michael Jackson
he could
milk.
potentially be out in 2 weeks.
That's wild.
Yeah.
What?
Little kids are like Wolverine,
Oh yeah. That's crazy.
So he cracked it like the good way. Just like straight across the bone, like just above his elbow. And she was like, we're gonna put it in the cast and immobilize it, and we'll take an X-ray through the cast in 2 weeks, and it might come off then, and maybe we'll let it go 3 weeks just to be sure. But like, you'll be fine.
So fucking 3 weeks tops.
Yeah.
Wow. All right. Cool.
Yeah. I was like, all right, let's roll.
That's almost like maybe he's not gonna learn things.
Yeah. That's too light for consequences.
Yeah.
Right.
But it's also a little kid, so 2 weeks feels like forever.
Yeah. Oh, exactly. When I tell him something's gonna take a half an hour, he's like loses his mind.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Lee is on week 1 of 6 weeks of carrying around his own used drinks.
His own used drinks.
Oh my god.
Lightly used drinks for
That's
sale.
some used drinks, eh?
I used the term leaf-flavored Capri Sun the other day, and my wife did not appreciate it. She did not like that at all. She was like, don't ever see that again.
Tell her I appreciate it for the both of us.
Well, I mean, technically, you are a leaf-flavored Capri Sun.
Kali.
I am nothing if not a sack of meat, that's for sure.
But Mahoney, you had a tough week, but new season of Fortnite, huh, boy?
Oh, I can't even believe I forgot to talk about it. Yeah, new season of Fortnite, and it is a good one.
It is real fun.
Right now, there's no building, but there's all this new parkour motions you can do where you can climb over walls and leap from buildings, and it's great.
Steal a tank.
Yeah,
God,
there's tanks.
I haven't got the tank yet. I would fuck around with some airships the other day.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. Launched myself out of a cannon. That was cool.
Yeah, the airships are cool if, like, the circle closes around you, because people can't fucking find you up in those things.
Yeah. Yep. It's a wonderful season, and the map like really didn't change much. The only odd part is that it's basically Fortnite. The island is being invaded by a invading force, and so they're donating all the proceeds to Ukraine because they're like, sorry,
Oh shit!
our bad. We had this in the works for a long time.
Oh my god.
I haven't made that connection yet, but yeah.
Like, hey man,
Exactly. They're like, listen,
I mean,
we've been thinking about this since like December. We had no way of knowing. But it's a great season.
Yeah, having a good time.
The whole island has like all these like barricades up on the roads, and there's like territories of who controls what part of it.
Today,
Is that what the little the colors are on the map?
Yeah.
I couldn't quite
Yeah.
figure it out.
it's like safe
Okay.
zones and shit. Today, we chonkered a whiplash and then threw a cow catcher on the front of that
can you
motherfucker.
chonker a tank?
Oh.
I don't think you can chonker a tank.
I chunkered a semi and put a cow catcher on the front of it, and I killed 3 people with it.
Yeah. The cow catcher is fucking awesome.
Yeah. It basically lets you just drive through anything you want.
It's a little glitchy. Mary and I were playing. We put a cow catcher onto the front of an IO car, and at one point it kicked us out of the car, and then the car was standing straight up with its headlights in the ground like a fucking gravestone.
Yeah. If you crash the cow catcher into something that can't be broken, like a bounty board or a upgrade bench, the game does not like that.
No.
It's basically like you drove into a brick wall in real life.
Having real fun.
It's gonna be really cool though.
Yeah.
And like all the little story quests, whatever, about trying to get building back. I'm like, no, keep
Right.
me forever. I love watching them fucking scatter because they don't know what to do.
Mhm.
Yeah, fuck that.
Last
Get your
night-
fucking building out of here.
Last night, some dude came after me, shooting at me from a distance. I ran into one of the buildings, slid into the basement, because you can't build, so there's just a hole in the floor where somebody pounded his way into the basement. Nobody could build a roof on top of it. Dude jumped into the basement after me. I climbed out, turned around, and as he climbed out, shotgunned him right in the face. Ended him. Like, dummy,
Wait, the
you
Three
can't come the
Stooges
same
music.
way I came.
Yeah. You're
Fucking
climbing a
tremendous.
ladder. You can't shoot and climb a ladder.
Yeah.
What are the other motherfucker?
Like, it's
Fucking great.
amazing to watch these kids try to relearn how to play Fortnite the way
I
we
wonder
play
how
it.
many streamers are like, this is bullshit.
Oh, you
they're
know it's
all
got to be
mad.
so many. It's got to be so
1v1
many.
me, cocksucker.
Yeah, exactly.
Let's go into private mode and build. You can't fucking touch me then.
I fucking love it. Love it.
I wouldn't be sad at all if, like, when it came back, there was just a substantially limited building supplies.
They are implying that it's going to be different.
Good. These people,
so
you
bullshit.
you miss with an assault rifle bullet, it whizzes over their head, and the next thing you know, there's a condo. You're like, okay,
Yeah. Those guys I don't even fuck with.
yeah.
Yeah, just keep going. Just keep walking. Because, there's no point in even hanging out with this motherfucker.
Unless you got
No fun.
fireflies.
Fuck yeah.
Unless
fine.
you got
Real fun.
fireflies.
Mhm.
Then it's
Then
real
build
fun.
all you want, bitch.
Yeah.
Oh, we have fun. So, what's up on a classic this week, Nice?
All right. So based on our topic for tonight, this is a little bit of a long one, 10 and a half minutes long, but it's the full story from September 1st, 2021 from Popcast 570.
Boy, that wasn't that long ago.
It was not that long ago, and that's part of the
God
why
damn it.
I wanted to feature
That's
this.
also part of the trend where the classics are a week ago.
September
No, I'm
1st,
just speaking from experience. I'm like, God damn it, that should have been a lot longer ago to do this
Yeah.
shit again.
this is when Lee got his dick lasered.
So it's a real fun time. Rare Popcast trigger warning. When we come back, I'm going to be talking about some real gross body shit. So if you don't like that, I want to check out. But if you're into it, we'll be back in 10 minutes and 30 seconds. Love you, bye.
Enjoy the refreshing taste of an ice-cold Popcast classic.
There's a lot going on. A lot happening. Everybody's doing things.
Lee's doctors were playing Dig Dug.
Dick Doug.
Yeah,
Visual command.
We had planned to be off 2 weeks ago, but last week's missing the show was a very last minute thing, because I had to go in last Wednesday and have surgery on my dick, and I didn't feel like making jokes about anything on Tuesday night, so that was the whole thing.
Ain't nothing to laugh about when the dick's in danger.
Nah,
No?
it's cool now, but it was kind of intense there for a little while going into it. The whole thing started a couple weeks ago. I had what I thought was a UTI that wouldn't go away for a while, and I went in, like, what's going on here? So I ended up getting an ultrasound on my balls, which was real cool. They wheeled me into, they had me a little gown and the chair. They wheeled me into the room, and the little radiologist girls are in there. They're like, I don't know, 24. So I'm like, okay, cool. This is going to be awesome. The last time someone new saw my balls, you were in preschool. So this is going to be great. She gave me 2 rolled up towels She says, this one, you put it under your sack to prop it up for us. And this other one, you can just use to drape over, the rest of you. And I'm like, that's really kind of you, because right now my dick is inside my body. It is at my stomach. It is inside somewhere around, I don't know, wherever the liver is, just hanging out up in there. It's just completely in hibernation. It's awful. So they checked out. Turns out wasn't nothing wrong with that. So that was all for nothing.
When you put out your balls, were they like, wow, these are cool?
No, but they did leave the room. I thought they left the room so I could, kind of get my shit together and get back in the chair and whatnot. Cause they make you get in the wheelchair. And so, they sprayed the jelly on you for the ultrasound and stuff. And they left the room when I got on the table. So I thought they left the room when I was getting back in the chair.
Oh, no. So did you give him a Louis C.K.?
He stands up and his duck's like, sweet dick.
Out loud to the room, I went, oh, now I'm all sticky. And she goes, yeah, just wiped that off with a towel. I'm like, fuck, she's in here.
I've had my balls ultrasounded. It is definitely interesting.
It's very fucking weird. It's very strange. And so, we found out what was going on when the doctor, my urologist, put a camera up my wiener. And turns out I had what's called a urethral stricture, which is scar tissue inside my pee tube. How does that happen, Lee? I don't fucking know. The way this guy described it, it was like, did you, I don't know, fall off of a roof onto a bicycle seat? I'm like, no. And he's like, well, it normally takes some horrendous trauma to make that happen. I go, well, that didn't happen. He's like, well, I don't know what it is then. Did you ever have chlamydia? I'm like, no, man, no chlamydia. He's like, did your wife ever have chlamydia? I'm like, nope.
Better not.
so not that.
He's like, what about that goat? He ever have chlamydia?
Yeah. Did anybody with chlamydia breathe on you recently? I'm like, I don't know, man. Fucking probably. Who knows?
How about beans?
You ever
So
put a
many
bunch
beans.
of beans up your pee hole? Maybe a single ant?
So Doc says you got a couple of options. I can go in with a laser that shit out. Like, okay. It's like, we can go in with a scalpel and I can cut it out.
Oh,
Like, okay. It's like, or we can take parts of either your dick skin or your mouth skin, and you can go. They'll cut a hole into your whole body, and they will cut out the bad part of your urethra, and will reconstruct it with your mouth and dick skin.
What?
You want to have? You want to have? You want to have urethroplasty? And I'm like, I definitely don't want that. That sounds fucking horrible. Like, no, hard pass on that one. So no,
Your mouth
fucking
could have
thank
been
you.
part of your dick.
It could have. It very well could have. Now,
You could have. I'll save that one for later.
the one thing about the dick skin thing and the mouth skin thing is that it's like good forever. Any of these other things, he's like, there's a really good chance it might just grow back and get blocked again. I'm like, well, that's why. And he's like, we don't know. Like, oh, cool.
Like, could you tell them how much mouth skin to take?
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, it's like, can we add a couple inches to the end while we're in there? You know, we can do that as well. You know, just
Like, I got big cheeks. Come on, hook me
A
up.
lot of cheek, whole thing.
I'm fucking all cheeks down there, girl.
So apparently,
So,
this
Your
is all-
dick could have talked shit.
It could have. Very well. Oh, see, that's a missed opportunity right there.
Yeah,
Would-
see, there's all kinds. There's all kinds
Yeah.
of jokes.
Would it have been
Like,
the
you
first
could-
time your mouth touched your penis?
Of course. Look at the size of me.
Well,
yeah,
yeah,
but
but we
it's
also
size
don't
of
know
you.
what the size you're working
Yeah.
with. So even though you're a big man, you still may be able to get.
You
I
might
mean-
only need to bend like a little.
I've heard
We don't
tail.
Yeah, because all I heard was I didn't hear a no.
know. Yeah.
I heard an answer that was not an answer.
Deflecting.
And maybe that's the way it needs to be.
Lee, maybe you
that's all
should
it is.
try right now.
Turn the camera on.
Turn the camera on.
And then I just fucking rip
See what you can
everything
get more mouth skin on your dick or more dick skin on your mouth.
And that's when we accidentally broadcast a snuff film of Lee trying to suck his own dick and snapping his neck on YouTube.
It falls off the chair, hits, rolls down the stairs. Wait,
Oh my god. Well, I found all this out secondhand because I was, out of my mind with anesthesia. But apparently I spent a good chunk of time in the recovery room just, working the shaft to make sure it was outside my body again.
oh
Nicole's
gee,
like,
so you're just fucking hopped up. You turned into Michael Jackson.
Nicole's like, you gotta quit doing that. I go, I just want to make sure everything's okay. She's like, it's fine. You gotta quit doing that. And then shortly, either before or after that, I asked Nicole to lift her shirt up in the hospital to make sure it still worked. She's like, no, I'm not gonna do that either.
But my franks are still tucked under my beans.
Fucking horrendous. Don't do it. Don't do it at all. And then I have a
Okay,
a
sold.
follow-up appointment.
Not from the butt though, because it don't when like they skin graft, they'll take from like your calf and your butt.
But the mouth is probably the right kind of texture
That's
to
what
go
it is.
inside your dick.
Exactly. It's because of the type of skin that it is or whatever.
Yeah,
Something
your
like
mouth
that that
skin
made
and
it
your
real
dick
good.
skin are pretty much the same.
Your
You
mouth
think-
skin's used to just being wet and fucking.
Yeah.
You think that's why it feels so good?
Yeah.
You know what?
Probably.
I think it does. That checks
Yeah.
out. I'm gonna say
Think
yeah.
of how great the inside of our dicks must feel.
Wow. So a blowjob is like going inside of a wiener.
It's like docking.
Yeah.
It's just like this docking
Oh my
with
Yeah.
teeth.
It's like
Jesus
if you,
Christ.
like in Suicide Squad with the smaller bullets. If you just
Yeah.
got real small, went inside another one.
Yep.
Okay, so next time there's a docking, you just gotta find that smaller bullet. Or
you
no,
wanna
you're
be
looking
the
for the
smaller
bigger
bullet.
Yeah,
bullet.
you want to
Yeah.
be the
You
small
want to be
bullet.
the smaller bullet.
Yeah, exactly.
Where are you big bullets at? Send
That
me
took
that
a turn.
DMs.
That took a fucking turn.
I understand that the dick and the balls are separate, but it bothers me that Lee went in and got a vasectomy, and the doctor didn't give him a courtesy peek down his pee hole just to make sure everything was okay. Like, you're
Maybe
down
he's just
there.
a ball dude. Maybe he doesn't
I-
have the credentials.
I know,
to be
but
up
like,
in that pee hole.
you're down there, you're cutting things open. Like,
He
give me a
whistled.
little peek. Yeah.
I don't know, man. I feel like if during the process he was like, "Hey, since I'm down here, I want to check down your dick hole," I'd be like, "No, thanks, doc. I think I'm okay."
Yeah.
He
Totally.
just like tries to get an echo back. He's like, "Hello."
The doctor's all like, huh? He holds good.
Yeah. Fucking you guys, 0 swims. Would not recommend.
At some point, I would be like, you know what, guys? Just smooth me out down there. I already pee sitting down. Make me look like a fat
No,
Ken
you gotta
doll.
have them put the little like curve
No.
marks on like a gun or something. Look like a James Bond opener.
Did you make sure like this is it, right? Like you're here now. Like you got nothing else like you can check to make sure.
Yeah,
I
he
don't
went
need to do
all the way to
later.
the. He did say before we
Came
went in,
out
he's
his
like,
butthole.
he's like, oh well, hey, because of where it was, right? Because of like where in the system the blockage was, he's like, yeah, there's a chance I might laser your sphincter and cause you to shit uncontrollably. And I'm like,
Like forever?
yeah, I'm like, wait, are you fucking serious? He's like, yeah, so we gotta be real careful down there. I go, yeah, you do, doc. I'm like, why would you tell me
no.
that?
Holy shit. I bet you were because he knows if he tells you that you stay puckered and that helps him not do it. Because he
I'm not gonna lie. At that point, I
can't-
probably would have been like, "Well, how much mouth skin are we talking?"
No skin off my mouth.
It was so fucking crazy.
Nothing quenches your thirst quite like a Popcast classic. I miss Kelly.
Yeah.
Man, I heard
like it was
Kelly
just 2
and I
weeks
forgot it was a
ago.
classic. And I was like,
Same thing. I'm like, oh shit, there. Oh, that's not him.
How'd Kelly get his internet?
Oh, I remember that like it was just 2 weeks ago. Because 2 weeks ago I went back to see another fucking neurologist for another fucking surgery.
So the shit that you did in September didn't take, which was a possibility.
Yeah,
Which
Yeah,
was they
I think at
lasered
the
your pee
time-
hole.
lasered my pee hole out, and I think at the time I read something that like I think 60% of cases it comes back.
Right.
And I'm like, well, let's see. We'll roll those dice, and then
That's a
at
solid
the time,
chance.
right? Like it's not it's not quite 50-50, but close.
Yeah.
And at the time, the doc said, okay, so if it does grow back, we can just do this all over again, or you can have the reconstruction surgery. But what we'll do is we'll do this again, and you can just constantly put pee tubes up your pee hole to make sure it doesn't close up again, and like self-catheterize. And I'm like, forever? He's like, well, yeah, otherwise they'll grow back. And I'm like, that sounds horrible, but okay. And so I had some symptoms again, kind of coming back, some of the same kind of shit. And I said, oh boy, let's grab one of these tubes and see what we got. Because by this point I'd done it a few times, just like running the dipstick up there to check my fluids. Like I kind of got good at it at this point.
Oh, but look at that! I'm low on pre-cum.
Yeah. So here's the thing. I think in general, you don't ever want to put a plastic tube up your dick hole.
No,
right?
Very
Like,
true.
You don't want to.
Yeah.
What you want to do even less than that is put a plastic tube up your dick hole and feel resistance. That is, you want that even less.
I would assume there's resistance to begin with.
Well, I can tell you, Jason Nyes, the resistance comes when you hit the prostate, you see. And so what you have to do is take a big, deep breath and breathe outward to release the muscle so you can push past your prostate.
What?
See, and get all the way to your label.
I can't even put
bladder.
in contacts.
So you're
Yeah,
saying that all through your actual dick, there's no resistance.
Right. Until you hit the prostate. Then you got to push through the prostate and get to the bladder, and then pee
Before
falls
or
out
after
the
you
tube.
make yourself come.
Yeah, like
But
how
see,
quickly do I have to push through, or can I poke it a little first?
Well, you can't. It's not quick. You can't do it quickly because you'll rupture your pee tube. So you got to do it slowly but forcefully, and you have to breathe the entire time. Otherwise, bad shit happens. You can't hold your breath and do it. It's impossible.
Oof,
So-
you keep talking dirty.
It's horrible. So, but again, once you've done it a few times, you know where your prostate is. And when you feel that resistance, you're like, oh, that's not where the prostate is. You go, oh, something is bad wrong. So I fucking call a different doctor because my doctor retired almost immediately after he did my thing. I
He
"Go see
said,
this
well,
guy."
I've seen all the
Your
dicks in the
fucking-
world
Your fucking
now.
hog retired him, huh?
He was like, no, we're done. We're hanging up the jersey with this one. Goes to the new guy. He's a nice guy. He just kept saying shit like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. This is so crazy for this to be happening to someone your age. I'm like, yeah, no, doc, I'm a medical fucking marvel. Like this, yeah, I've heard all this before. I appreciate you, but what are we going to do? And he's like, well, we got to do the urethroplasty. And I go, yeah, but my other doc said that we could do the tube thing. He goes, yeah. He's like, I would suggest that for like, a patient who's 70, but not, someone at 36. You want to do that shit for the next 40 fucking years? And I'm like, I never thought of it that way. I guess not. I guess I don't want that. So I guess we're going to do the fucking thing. I was like, all right. But before we do that, we're going to get you ready. And so we're going to let your urethra rest for 6 weeks. And to do that, we're going to put a tube in your belly, and you're going to pee out a tube for 6 weeks. And I'm like, well, that sounds awful. He goes, it's not great, but, we need that. So we're going to let you, we're going to rest the urethra, and we're going to, when you're done with that, we're going to go take some scan. There's some imaging we can do at that point. So we're going to really see what we got to do, and then we'll get you scheduled for the surgery. And fun fact, the mouth tissue that they referred to before is actually tissue from the gums. The gums are of a similar makeup as your pee tube. So there you go. We all learned something today. So that was kind of neat.
Hey, that's why they call it a gummer.
There you go. So we go to the fucking place. We go to the surgery center, and
Well,
I'm
you
just,
told us
feeling-
that you didn't know about the pee bag until right before You went in.
Oh, no. Well, that's the thing. He told me you're going to pee out of a tube, right?
Oh.
Which to me says, okay, I'm going to go over whenever I need to pee, and I'll pee out of the tube. Like that's when I'll go. Okay, fine. I'll pee out of the tube. That's what he said to me. Pee from a tube. I'm like, all right. And so then we get to the place, and we're sitting there, and I'm seeing like these fucking old dudes come in, because of course it's all old dudes, because this shit doesn't happen to young people. And they're like shuffling around with these sacks of piss attached to these tubes coming out of them. And I'm like, hey babe, what the fuck's happening here? Is this the tube? Like, what the fuck? Is this what's gonna happen to me? And my wife's like, no, they just got those because, like they're fucking old and shuffly and shit. Like they're not as mobile as you. So they have the bags, right? Because they're not gonna be able to fucking get to the toilet quickly enough. I'm like, okay, all right, that makes sense. All right, cool, yeah. Yes, that's what's gonna happen. That's not what happened. So I got changed. I'm all on the fucking thing, and Doc comes over, and so my wife was actually really excited for their plasty to happen, because she's getting real tired of doctors looking at her like she's a whore. So because if it's not trauma, it's an STD that causes this.
Oh,
like 9 times out of 10.
That's fucked up.
Like it's either trauma or an STD, like all the time, or like me, a miracle. Like the miracle cases don't happen, and so And so she said, I'll be real glad this fucking shit's taken care of, because I'm getting tired of people looking at me like I'm a whore. I'm like, come on, I'm sure it's not that. He goes, well, you were in there changing. He came over and said, he doesn't have any idea how this happened. Do you have any idea how this happened? And she's like, fucking no, dude. And I don't appreciate your fucking tone.
He's like, you can tell me if you stand on his dick in high heels.
Yeah.
Like, it's just you and I.
So we're getting ready to go back. I'm like, okay, hey, hey doc, what's the bag situation? And he's like, oh yeah, there's gonna be a bag. And I'm like, what? You said pee out of a tube, not into a bag. There's a fucking chasm of difference between the two, man. And he's like, well, I mean, we could put a valve on it. I go, then put the fucking valve on it. And he's like, but you'd have to just be doing it constantly, because if you get to the point where you feel like, oh, I have to pee now, it's too late. It's already fucking gone down. It's just doing the thing we're trying to make it not do. I'm like, I gotta piss in a sack. And it was an immediate emotional fucking plane crash. It was such a shock moments before this was going to happen to me. And then, like, I don't remember why, but at one point I was just laughing hysterically in the fucking prep room. Like of course, like, yeah, I don't remember what I was saying, but I do remember just laughing profusely. Nicole's like, it's gonna be all right. I'm like, fucking, I know. Just cackling like the fucking Joker just gassed me. We roll
you
in.
were all high on the tube the week before. And I was like, how's the tube gonna work, though? And then you were like, there's a fucking bag! This motherfucker surprised me with a bag! I was like, oh, no.
Yeah.
That's how the tube works. It doesn't.
Yeah. See, I thought they were gonna just tap me like a maple tree, and I just walk over to the fucking, like one of those big, tall Lipton iced tea things at a restaurant, and just pull the valve on it.
Maybe you'd use a barrel if you so desired, but,
Yeah. But that's not what happened. I got a fucking tube attached to me, and it's just the fucking worst. And so I woke up and I had the tube in my belly, and it's about 3 inches above my dick root is where it goes in.
Okay.
And
you sent us a picture of real close to your dick, huh?
Oh yeah, I can send you a picture of the hole if you want to see that. I got a couple of those to send to my doctor.
Wouldn't be the first time somebody sent me pictures of their hole.
That's right? Yeah. And so that happened, and I guess while they were in there, they did kind of, go up and check it out, and since the stricture had indeed grown back, they cut it with a scalpel. Well, they to clear that shit out one more time, and then to keep that bleeding at bay, they put another tube up my dick all the way to the bladder and left it in there.
Ugh.
So I had a tube hanging out of my belly and a tube hanging out of my dick, and that one was even worse because like as I would move or like breathe, I could feel it moving in and out of my pee hole.
Oh no!
Absolute nightmare.
Or like okay, so like take
like
a
your
second
dick's
and like
dry
squeeze.
heaving.
Yeah. Oh, exactly. So take a minute and like and squeeze your muscles a little bit, like as if you're trying to squeeze that little bit of pee out. Like you know what that feels like, right?
Yeah.
That's a thing. I would feel the need to do that, and when I would do that, I would feel blood and ooze shooting out of the tip of my dick down the sides of the fucking tube.
Oh.
It was because that's where they had cut, and then there's like a new hole. There's fresh scar and stuff there. That came out on Saturday after the procedure on Thursday. Could not be happy to get that motherfucker out. But I did call because they were, when we left, they're like, okay, this can come out either Saturday or Sunday. And I'm like, which is it? And they're like, oh, just Saturday or Sunday. I go, which one? How do I know on Saturday if it's ready to come out or not? And they're like, guys, this is fine. And so I called them on a Friday. I'm like, look, tomorrow is Saturday. You told me I could take this out Saturday or Sunday. Can I do it tomorrow? And she's like, well, if you want to be sure, you can wait until Sunday. I go, sure of what? Like, what am I like? like, when do I know it's cool? Like, what are you fucking with me right now? Like, I'm asking you a very plain question.
Also, it's like, of course I want to be sure.
Yeah. But also, I want to do it as soon as possible.
Yeah.
So tell me when that is.
I want two things right now: certainty and this tube out of my dick. Like,
Yeah.
how can I get both?
You see, I feel like you're all getting it right away. She was not getting it at all. I'm like, what the fuck? So I pulled that motherfucker out on Saturday.
12:01 a.m.
It's Saturday.
And it was
You
fine.
can do it.
Like, whatever was going to happen didn't happen. But it's fine. Now, before all this happened, we had made plans to go to Illinois to visit the in-laws. It's the niece and nephew's birthday, whatever. Nicole's a big birthday person. She doesn't miss birthdays, so we're going to go. But like, clearly we couldn't go on Thursday when our flight was originally. And so, like, I'm like, look, you should still go. Because, you'll be bummed out if you're not there. I'm not going to be fun to be around. And I'm going to need some time to just process this and get right. And maybe it's best to do that alone. But my beautiful wife, not wanting to disappoint anybody, is looking at stuff and she's like, what if, could you maybe come out, maybe could we leave on Friday? I go, oh, you can leave whenever the fuck you want. I'm not going. Like,
allow me to be more clear.
Yeah, like, I'm not gonna go. Like, I'm not going to be surrounded by small children that aren't mine in a fucking basement, getting used to life with a piss tube. That's not gonna happen. So I hope you go. I genuinely do. Not going. I'm not gonna go.
That was the right choice.
It was 100% the right choice for everybody, right? Like, because I couldn't do much of fuck all. I just slept most of the weekend anyway. Just going
that's how
through
you
just
do it. Nothing hurts when you're asleep.
yeah, just cycling through shame, rage, and sadness in that, and not necessarily that order, but just cycling through those. Shame went away with some good accessories. I got a little satchel to carry my piss sack in, so it doesn't look just like a piss sack. I got a thing that goes, I got some new stretchy pants I can wear over this apparatus that attaches to my leg. So it's not just that, so that definitely helps the shame. The anger is still there because I can't just fucking do anything because I have to make sure that whatever it is I'm going to fucking do, I don't, trip over this goddamn thing and pull it out of my fucking organs. Like, it's just the fucking worst. There was a moment over the weekend where I'm sitting on the toilet because I had to, the first several days I felt like I had to shit all the time but couldn't. It was just like one more thing, I think the painkillers they gave me were making it so I couldn't poop. But I'm sitting there and like I'm a little loopy on pain meds and my COVID medication, and I'm sitting there,
I fucking love it.
and
No Michael Jackson milk?
no Michael Jackson milk.
Oh,
But I'm sitting there, sitting in the toilet, and again, and I have all this shit hanging off of me, and like it's just a bad scene, and I'm a little messed up, and then a spider falls out from the sky and like lands in my pants, like water around my ankles, and I'm like, huh, okay, and so I'm kind of fumbling around, reaching, trying to get some toilet paper to pick the spider up, and I lose sight of the spider. Like, well, this is a predicament right now. So I did what anyone would do in this situation. I completely removed my pants and flailed them around my head like like I was at an office Christmas party in 1981. And only when I was convinced there was not a spider in my pants did I put them back on and stand up.
You used the snake method.
Yeah. No idea what happened to that fucking spider.
Oh no,
For all I
that's
know,
the
it's
goose
still somewhere.
method. That's the goose
Yeah.
method.
It's fucking
The
ridiculous.
goose nunchuck.
So that was about 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago Thursday. I go back on the 22nd to get the imaging done and shit like that. And I'm hoping, like, fucking, man, hit me up the next week and let's get this shit done. I'm so goddamn tired of it.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's a very, like, it hurt like fuck all for the first couple of days. But, like, even now it still hurts. But I can't even describe the way that it hurts because I've never felt anything like it before. And, like, I kind of think this is it. Like, I don't think it's going to get any better,
Right. It's just the discomfort of it, these tubes being in you all the time.
Yeah. And, like, it's like it's not like they. Okay, so it's these are inflated numbers or whatever, right? So let's just say they cut an inch, right? Like, and they made an inch incision, and they put the tube in, and the tube's a half inch wide, right? Let's just say that's what the numbers are, right?
Okay.
Well, they didn't stitch or suture the other half inch, right? So it's still just kind of open, So I'm just covering it with gauze and tape and shit like that, and whatever. So like it's not truly healed all the way. It's like it's still oozing and bleeding and shit. Like it's all fucked.
Yeah,
man.
you have
fucked.
a wet hole in your body right now that's not where it's supposed to be.
Nah, it's
or
all
not
sucks.
the right wet hole.
It just
fucking
sucks. And I hate it. And I didn't have an actual like emotional breakdown until last Saturday, which I think is pretty good. That's pretty good numbers,
Yeah,
absolutely.
Have you been you able to work?
Yes. Yeah, I've been working, which I think helps.
At least bright side, like with the COVID, the job being more dependable at home, you can at least not have to worry about missing time.
Right.
You can still crush it.
Or having to go to an office.
Carry this fucking thing around.
You would
Like,
definitely
leave of absence. There's absolutely no way I'm going to an office with a
accidentally roll your cord over with your desk chair.
Oh my god.
Oh yeah, that's been a real fun game too. Like we talked earlier about when you'd roll the chair and you'd like get snagged on the mat or whatever. You get snagged and you're like, oh god, I sure hope I didn't run over my piss bag just now. Oh no, cool. It's just the mat.
So the piss bag is to give your urethra a break for 6 weeks.
Yes. Right.
And
just
also
let it not pump anything.
So yeah,
Right.
you're not peeing out of your wiener. Now,
But sometimes I do get a little drizzle. Which
Okay.
is kind of fucking wild. Like every once in a while.
you're also
Every now
not
and then
supposed to
it's like,
be you're also not supposed to be blowing loads in this 6 weeks, right?
Here's the thing about that.
Oh no.
By my logic, if I'm still dripping a little bit of pee out here every once in a while,
No,
so we're still working that little bit, we should be able to work out the
No.
other way.
No, that's a forceful push
Yeah.
compared
Yes,
to a
you
little
sound like my fucking
drip.
wife, Jose. You sound like my wife, Jose. Thanks.
Yeah.
Because
I-
God
you can't-
damn,
You can't be coming, Lee.
he's like, you know
Yeah,
what?
no.
Since it drips, I'm pretty sure I can open up the floodgate, right? Like that's the same pressure that we're dealing with.
The point I was getting to is if you're not coming regularly and you're getting built up,
I'm just waiting for it. It's gonna be
Right.
fucking horrible. It's gonna be so gross.
you're gonna wake
Yeah.
up with gooey shorts one morning.
Yeah.
And but that's still coming through your urethra. It's still happening. So like,
See, this is my other argument. Like, it's gonna happen anyway. We might as well have some fun while we're doing it.
might as well put it in your wife's mouth, right?
Yeah.
Or you just end up coming in your bag.
Were you there the other day? Did you hear the conversation? It's all fucking trash. It just sucks.
You guys wild.
It all fucking sucks, and I hate it.
I feel for you. Oh, big hearts, big hugs, big love.
But
Yeah.
like I said today, by
Big
some
tugs.
fucking by some fucking miracle, we didn't get billed a dime for insurance. I don't know how that
don't
happened.
say that on the air.
Yes,
I will edit that out.
Next thing you know, he gets a bill tomorrow.
Yeah.
Oh no, they're processed. That is processed, done, complete. So that's a
Mahoney
fucking done
gets the
deal.
bill. The last part of the pillow karma. They misspelled your name and Will's name.
Yeah.
The broke arm bill comes out to $1 million.
It's fucking nuts.
I was
Well,
trying to think
but yeah.
when you mentioned that how much money I would pay to not have to go through this, and I don't know that there's a limit.
My mother-in-law last Tuesday, so it was a week ago today, she had knee replacement, and we were talking whatever, and I was like, she was talking to Nicole on FaceTime and going over it, and I go, hey, just so you know, I'd trade you in a fucking heartbeat. I would trade you. And that's, that's a knee replacement. That's PT and all whatever. I'm like, yeah, I know. I understand. I want that instead.
Okay.
This
Yeah.
is fucking horrible.
Well, how about your pinky toe, Lee?
Oh, fuck that pinky toe. It'll be fine.
Okay. How about a big toe?
I think I want the big toe. The big toe is more. I don't know. Like my feet are all fucked up
Noticeable?
anyway. Exactly. Like I feel like if my pinky toe was gone, you wouldn't even really notice.
Okay.
No,
how
you'd have to
about,
be looking.
how about we hobble you like Misery? You'll always have like a limp.
Lee, you want to get hit with a bat, or you want to have your dick not work?
Yeah, no, I don't. The misery hobble is terrible. Because, like, if all goes according to plan, this shit's going to be done, like, end of April.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's, fuck up birthday stuff and fucked up our, Nicole and I, our 20th anniversary was last week, and that got all fucked
Aw.
up, and she, spent that day, learning how to redress my wounds and shit. Like, this is fucking horrible. This is some, this is the for worse part, you know what I'm saying?
That's a ride or die, yeah.
Yeah, but it was, at some point during all this, I remember just having the realization out loud. I'm like, oh yeah, this is the worst thing that's ever happened to me.
Mm-hmm.
This is it.
Yeah.
Like, I'm in it. Like, this is it right fucking now. And, comparatively speaking, it's pretty mild compared to what it could be. Like I got a fucking shotgun blast or anything, but it's still fucking garbage. And I would not recommend it. And, like, it's like, I'd feel better on some level, right? You feel better, like, if it's my fault, right?
Yeah.
Like,
Not
oh,
Nicole.
you did this thing, whatever. You did something.
Yeah.
And it caused this. And
Yeah.
you're like, oh, well, okay, that's what I get for doing whatever the fuck the thing was.
For doing the potato diet, like you said on that last episode.
Right. Yeah, but nope. Just happened. We don't, it's weird. Yeah, Doc, it is real weird. It's real fucking weird.
You see, son, when you're a cocksmith like Lee is, and you're just slinging ropes around left and right, you build up a callus in your urethra. And sometimes your dick just can't handle all those loads. And it says, stop, please. Stop doing it. Stop batting me around.
I like cocksmith.
Cocksmith, coxman, whatever.
You think so many things, and it's like, it's all fucked, man. It's all fucked. But I am very interested to hear your stories to take some of the fucking pressure off.
Oh,
because,
yeah. So we thought to make Lee feel better this week when he told his embarrassing dick stories that we would tell some embarrassing dick stories.
What are you gonna pick?
Pop topic.
Dick stories.
First one for me right off the bat, and I've told you guys this, and I'm sure I've told this story on the show before. I was not in between girlfriends, but anyhow, went in for an STD test just to check everything out. But I'm also eager to do some grooming on my body for what might be a future sexual partner.
I do love the notion of haven't had sex in 6 months. Better go get a test.
Well, just be safe. Yeah. And because I wanted to do a little manscaping, this was before Manscaped actually existed, so I was just using like a beard trimmer, and I just butchered myself down there with an electric beard trimmer. Not thinking that I was going to have to drop my pants for a doctor at some point.
Oh no!
For this STD test. Drop my pants, and the doctor's like, "Whoa, what's going on here? You have a bunch of open sores." But hey, no hair, buddy.
Oh.
Good for you. That is when I left with my clean bill of health and a little brown sandwich baggie filled with off-brand condoms. And that bag of off-brand condoms made it to the first C2E2.
Off-brand condoms and custom-made pop rocks.
So that same little romantic interlude I was planning for, where I just butchered my whole dick and balls area. Also, so that actually happened, and I became a cliche where I actually cried during sex because I couldn't get it up.
No!
Well, I mean, there's been plenty of times where I couldn't get it up, but this was one of those where it was, do you not like me? You got one of those?
No.
Yeah.
She sounds real chill.
I'm very fortunate to that's never been a problem, luckily. But that is a thing
Lee.
that could definitely become. But here's the thing: it could definitely become a problem after this fucking operation, apparently. So that's another thing that I may have to look forward to.
Damn.
I'm super stoked about it.
No problems here. Rootin', tootin', fresh and fruitin'.
We got problems. Don't
Lee's
worry.
like, I'm hard right now. I've been hard for 2 weeks straight.
Oh God!
Yeah, we're all picking up your slack, Lee.
We will stay hard
4 or 5 times a day
until you get through with this in solidarity.
Mm-hmm.
I appreciate it. I appreciate it.
Your
Next time you sling a rope, think of me.
Your story
Every
about your
time.
pee bag and how it was a surprise to you reminds me of the time we were going to do the inspection for this house before buying it. So I hired my dad, a career construction guy, to come do this inspection. And he's had problems with kidney stones here and there, and infections and so on and so forth, UTIs. They show up to the house, and my dad's got a piss bag. Didn't mention it at all beforehand. Shows up to our house inspection, piss bag and all, just going, okay, it doesn't look as bad as it seems. Like, motherfucker. And then he's like, all right, where's the ladder? Let me get up in the attic. I'm like, no, you are not climbing a ladder and inspecting this attic with a fucking piss bag hanging off of your leg.
I mean, I applaud his tenacity because I didn't leave the house for a week and a half. I was like, fucking, don't look at me. I'm a monster.
I get that. I get don't leave the house, but say you've committed to your only son. I need to go inspect this house for him. Maybe a heads up. Maybe if it gets so bad that you have if it gets so bad that you have a pee bag, give your son a call. Don't just show up day of piss bag.
I could not imagine. Oh, God, no. Fucking horrendous.
Oh, that Death Star trench Lee just posted. Oh, man. Oh, that's not as big as I expected it. That's still pretty cool, though.
Yeah, it's it's small, so it's manageable. You know what I mean? I kind of dig it. I like it.
Yeah, it looks like they're doing a.
It's not like we're still talking about dicks.
Looks like they're doing a Dagobah too, or they did a Dagobah.
Yeah, yeah.
Similar scale. I don't know.
Yeah, it's not like we're still talking about dicks. Like, I thought that was gonna be bigger. I'm like, yeah, it's small. It's still good.
Manageable. You don't want it too big. Can't do anything with it.
Yeah, walking around for 2 days with this fucking. I want to say it probably had about. Those are probably a solid 6 to 8 inches hanging out the tip of my wiener for a couple of days as I was walking around. So I'm just, just bow-legging, just having this thing flop against my legs. I'm like, you know what? Anything else cracked up to be. I think this would get old.
A lot of those dudes say it does.
Fucking nonsense.
Glasses is half full and all that.
Yeah,
Jose,
fine.
tell me about your dick.
Yeah, what you got, man? I know you got something.
Two things. I beat herpes.
How does one beat
I
herpes?
was having intercourse with we'd already broken up, so we banged as you do with exes, and after the sex, like, my lips started to swell. It swelled pretty bad to the point where I'm like I got to go. Like, I don't know what the fuck is going on. So I make an appointment, go to my doctor, and she gets the test results. I go back in to get the results, and she's like, "You have herpes." I'm like, what the fuck? So, like, she gives me the prescription. I'm taking the pill.
Did you,
They're
like,
fucking big ass.
Did you immediately know how it happened? Or were you like, what the fuck? Or did you immediately know?
Well, she was the only one that I had sex with. And before I had sex with her, I had sex with her. So, and before, you know what I mean? And before that, the girl I had sex with was a while ago. So, like, you don't just get it now from a while ago. So it was either the girl who was my girlfriend for a period of time, we broke up and then had sex again. I mean, that's kind of what you think. And my lips swelled up after having sex there. Like, that's where my lips swelled up.
Maybe you picked it up on my toilet seat,
So,
smooching
like,
toilet seats.
Smooching
fucking
toilet
talk about just bricks hitting. And I'm like, God damn. So, I take some time off of work because my lips still swollen. I'm not going into work.
Yeah, you get that news and then you hear the stone cold glass breaking.
Yeah, and you definitely don't want to go into work because they know what herpes looks like at Margaritaville.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, and I work with that person at Margaritaville.
Right.
So it's, you know what I mean? So now I have to be responsible and I have to tell this person. So I do. She doesn't take it pretty well because she's like, well, why the fuck you think it's me? Which is a rightful response, except for she forgot that my lips swelled in her bed. And I reminded her, like, before I banged you, like, I banged you. Like, in the past 6 months, I've only banged you because we were either together or not together, but still kind of doing it. But it was you. So,
yeah, I imagine it being Jose, that phone call with something like, hey, just so you know, I got some test results back and you have herpes.
So, the conversation didn't go well either way, but, I did the right thing. I said, hey, it is what it is. So, we're in the same club, I guess. So you may want to go get tested. So she tells her current boyfriend, who was her ex-boyfriend. Well, yeah, you know how that goes. and he gets tested, but both of them are negative. And they're like, so
What?
we don't know, I don't get what's going on. So she's
I
like,
like
maybe you
how
want to go
quickly
somewhere
you're
else.
glossing over current boyfriend.
Wow.
Well,
Yeah.
she went
Go
back
ahead.
to
Carry
an
on.
old boyfriend, which is pretty much kind of like why we broke.
Yeah.
I pick him. So
Couldn't resist the Jose. I get it.
they both test negative. And I'm like, well, that don't make sense. Like, I didn't give it to myself. So what the fuck's going on? Now, mind you, also, like, there was no visual, like, there was no scarring or any kind of blisters. There was nothing on my dick.
Sure.
It was just my lips swell. But she said the results said I had herpes. Like, what the fuck am I supposed to say? Like, I guess it's on my, you know what I mean? Like, it's on my lip, but it's like a herpes. I don't know.
I mean, cold sores
So-
are herpes, essentially.
But this was like not even, but it didn't even look like like it was just completely swollen. Like, imagine like the, that what is that blue Muppet, the bluebird Muppet? He's got that big beak.
Sam?
I don't know,
like
he's
Sam the
tall,
Eagle?
big- yeah. Imagine half my lip looking like his beak.
like I got these herpes for America.
So I go to a different doctor, and I'm like, okay, I'm done with her, and I'm done with her because that's the fuck up. The first one was. So I go to a different doctor, and they're like, oh, I don't have herpes, I had allergic reaction. So whatever condom we used gave me an allergic reaction, which made my lips swell.
Oh, nice.
Oh,
This is a week
okay.
after me being on herpes medication.
Oh, God.
Have you guys seen the?
So I beat herpes.
Yeah, I think it was that. Anyhow, it's a Kelsey Cook story about how she discovered masturbation with a latex pedicure tool or something like that.
Oh, yes.
And her
Yeah.
pussy closed up because she didn't realize she was allergic to latex.
Yes, that's a fucking nightmare story. It's awful.
Yeah. Yep. And yep. So, bright side, me and her were able to high five, laugh it off. Nobody got herpes. And to this day, neither of us do.
Nice.
But this was the second fuck up because the first fuck up, she told me I had testicular cancer, which
What
she
the
said my
fuck?
bad. I was
she
wrong.
just-
So I
She pull one of those fucking farm animal strings, and it's just like, you have testicular cancer.
I
Today it's
don't know,
herpes.
man. So
Yeah. We had like a final meal with Jose at one point.
yeah.
Oh no!
Yeah,
Because-
I broke down, told my parents.
Yeah.
Like, it was fucking wild.
So
Whoops.
this is the same doctor?
Yeah, was not my
And that
doctor
was-
anymore.
That was the second thing or the first thing?
No, that was the first thing.
Maybe.
I gotta tell you, after the first time, the
Yeah,
first thing
somebody
was you have
misdiagnosed
ball
you.
Well,
cancer.
she said she looked at something and this and that. I don't know. But give her the benefit of the doubt. But then like you tell me I got herpes and I don't got herpes, and shove these, and those pills are fucking big. They're huge. And I'm not good with pills. Like, I don't like fucking mushy bananas. You think I like big ass fucking pills that I can't swallow? I'm like, oh. I can't put contacts in, god damn it.
I glued my fucking eyes shut.
So
Oh, that is nuts.
luckily I dodged 2 bullets. So, we'll see about that third.
Man, that story just made me think, like, Aren't you so glad you're done with the on and off relationships, Jose?
Yeah,
Those days were
it's
tumultuous.
they're wild. You know, everyone will have one at least, maybe. And if you didn't or don't, cool. They wild.
They are. They
Fucking
sure are.
ridiculous. I'm not mad about it.
Beat
At least-
testicular cancer, beat herpes.
Jose's a survivor.
Yeah, no bringing him down.
Nope, not a bit.
You want to come for Jose,
right.
you better not miss.
They're
Wild.
trying though.
Oh my god. You got anything, Mahoney?
I feel bad, but I really don't. Like, I don't want to be like, I don't have any embarrassing dick stories, but I really don't have any embarrassing dick stories. I wish I
Must
did.
Be fucking nice.
I want to be included.
It's like, I want to play. Really, I do.
I really don't.
Count yourself lucky.
Dicks are weird, man.
Oh, I do.
Lee, do you
Dicks
think
are
it's
weird.
possible that you were pounding ass so well, so good at some point, and maybe she came off a little too high and came down and did like a Dennis Rodman on you a little bit, like a little bit of a bend that you didn't notice at the time?
Oh, no. That definitely has happened. Like,
Yeah.
that's definitely happened. Like, for sure. But it's so inside. Like, it's probably like if you were to go in through the tip of my wiener, the problem area is probably about 7 inches in. And that's, flaccid. You know what I'm saying? So like it's in there, it's deep inside, which that's like the guy said. It's like, for this to have happened and make sense, you would have had to have fallen off a roof onto a bicycle seat. That's the
Okay.
exact example he gave. Because
It's up
don't
in
think
there.
we thought, yeah, exactly. It's not like it's not in the dick. It's like inside, well past the dick.
Damn.
It's fucking weird.
So it was all the
Okay.
potatoes.
It defies all logic.
Just-
like,
Did
there's
you
no
explain to him how you eat a lot of pork? Like,
Just
fucked
tell him
up
you
plumbing
love
pipes.
potatoes.
Yeah.
But I did ask him, like, the same thing I asked the other guy, the new guy, which the new doctor, by the way, is pretty fucking legit. Like, he has a bunch of papers published in medical journals and stuff and all this. He's, like, a legit guy. And I'm like, what did I, like, I'm like, is it me? Did I do something wrong? And he's like, I don't think so. Like, it's just fucking bad luck. And I'm like, neat. Just real fucking neat.
Well, looks here, you got this blockage in your urethra because you got too many robots.
Oh.
Wow, this here's a micro
What?
machine.
How
this
much
the
would
Optimus
that
Prime.
suck if that's what it was? Oh, that hurt.
There's
If
some
you were
like
sitting in the office and he was like, the only time I ever saw this happen was a rare case where a single person had 300 Optimus Primes, and Nicole just glares at you.
Turns out they give off a very specific kind of radiation.
yeah, it's like asbestos.
Yeah. Dick asbestos. Asbestic. Fucking horrible. That's fucking awful.
Dick
So,
Asbestos is my custom character in my eFed.
Barely legally actionable, right? what the fuck it was? Oh, Christ. Yeah. So we have no show next week because Knives is going to be a Star War.
Yeah.
It's very
Going
exciting.
to space.
Mhm.
Going
gonna
to
go
space. We're
Mandalore.
excited about you. Yep. Gotta see them outfits, homie.
Yeah.
Fucking coming correct. I know you are.
Yeah.
Gotta see what's
Give me
up.
that TikTok.
I wore one of my shirts on my walk today with Zoe just to kind of get in the mood, get comfortable
There you go.
in my new skin. my Star Wars skin.
It's always good to wear a shirt when you're out on a walk.
But you know, I have like a certain type of shirt, a certain type of shorts that I wear all the time, every day, morning, noon, and night. And this is like different, and it's a different feel and texture, and it's like, oh my god.
Don't want to go out there looking like some scruffy looking Nerf herder.
It's
you
so
know what I'm
weird, yeah.
It's gonna be nuts.
Oh, I'm gonna look.
I'm excited for you guys.
I'm gonna look scruffy looking. I got
excited for you guys. It's gonna be fun.
I got one of those like basketball arm sleeves that has the elbow pad in it, but it's like kind of it almost looks techie. Like I got a fucking robot arm.
Yeah. That's cool. See, I mean, look, this all sounds kind of fun and silly, whatever, but like, why would you not do this?
Yeah.
Like, if you're gonna go and like pay the money and do the thing, like, you should fucking do the thing, man.
Yeah, great. And apparently they tell you to mill around like the main lobby, because if you're like out there and available, like more story shit is gonna happen to you.
That's cool. Yeah, so why the fuck not, man? It's great. Sounds like a
It's
goddamn
the place
blast.
to do it too, because it's not like there's anyone there who's gonna be like, look at that guy. You know, like everyone there is like, that's fucking rad.
Yeah. Stoked. 1 week from tonight, we'll be having our first meal on the Chandrila Starliner. I hope nothing goes wrong.
How ominous.
It's gonna be fine. It's gonna be good. It'll be good. So we'll be back in 2 weeks, presumably. Yeah, I guess it will be. It will be April. Yeah,
Lee, you'll be 4 weeks into having a pea bag.
I'll be halfway done. Be halfway there.
You know, that's the pea bag. I've been very interested in like Star Wars fashion lately, and what can and cannot be Star Wars fashion. And one thing I noticed that's really annoying is that all the most expensive, fanciest stuff looks the most like Star Wars. Like a regular T-shirt, it doesn't look like Star Wars, but you can find a fucking $150 T-shirt that definitely looks like Star Wars.
Sure.
Anyhow, what am I getting at? Oh yes,
this thing hanging out of me is definitely Star Wars.
Yes, your pea bag is so Star Wars.
Yeah, for sure. No, it
You're like one of
definitely
the mech punk Power Ranger kids.
Yes.
From,
yeah,
from
exactly.
Boba Fett.
I'm ready to bust into a slow speed chase at any moment here.
Well, the chase was so...
follow that car being driven by the woman bending over in a thong.
The chase was so slow because those little punker kids didn't want to drive over their pea bag cord.
It's like, do we really need the speeders for these? We could just sprint and get him. I'm pretty sure. Like, no. We better hop on the bikes. Okay.
And the one drove up on the roof because it was so slow.
Well, but there's no momentum to just fall straight down.
Fucking love that shit.
For real. So we'll be back in April. I can't promise I won't bitch about my pea bag. I probably will, but it's pretty all-encompassing.
Embarrassing
but
Dick
there'll be more fun
Stories
to
Volume
talk about,
2.
too. That's right. The kid, man, is always fairly unmoved, but Jackson's been real sweet about it. The little psychopath is real worried that I'm going to be messed up, so it's really nice.
Because Jax is way into his own wiener. He
Jax
knows
is
what
like-
you're going through.
Jax is like, Dad, this is hereditary. Is this something you can pass on?
Yeah, he's very empathetic in a lot of ways. He's very emotionally empathetic. It's like I stubbed my toe early today. And I'm like, oh fuck! He comes running out. He's like, oh my god, Dad, are you dying from the bag? I'm like, no, I'm not dying from the bag. I just hit my toe. It's all right, man. He's like, okay, I was scared. I go, I know, it's all right.
I'm telling you, before this is over, you should take that pea bag and you should turn it into a whoopee cushion.
Oh.
I don't know if you get Goat, you get Nicole. I don't know who you get. Get one of them to sit on it and have it just burst all around them, and then be like, "Did you just piss yourself?" Comedy gold.
April Fool's Day is coming up. You could take an extra one and fill it with like apple juice and then spill it everywhere or drink from it.
Fucking horrendous.
Oh,
Absolutely
okay.
horrendous.
So the other day, a couple weeks back, Will wants an apple juice. He always has them in a juice box. He's like, I want an apple juice, but I want it to be cold. I'm like, well, it's not cold because it's not like I don't have any in the fridge, but like I can pour it into a glass for you, put some ice in it. And he's like, all right, yeah, I don't give a shit. Sure. So we give him an apple juice in a cup, takes a sip of it, and loses his mind. Like sheer panic and fear all over his face. He's like white as a ghost. He's like crying. We're like, what is the problem? He absolutely thought that we gave him a glass of piss. Like he did not know what apple juice looked like. And he absolutely thought that we gave him a glass of piss.
I've never seen apple
like
juice
what
in
I
its,
do in the toilet.
Yeah.
never
He was
seen
like,
apple juice
"Never
in
mind,
its
I don't want it."
natural habitat.
Oh my god, that's fucking hilarious. That's great. Kids are dumb. Look at them, not knowing shit.
It was
So
amazing.
silly.
Look at them not paying taxes and not getting gum skin grafted into their pee hole.
Might not have to do that. We'll see. We'll see how it goes.
Oh, is that a possibility?
Ideally, yeah. So ideally, they'd go in and they'd like cut. Just like again, imagine it's a straw, right? And so you got a fucking crinkly bit in the straw. So ideally, you could cut the crinkly part out and then just glue the two ends of the straw together, right? But if it's too long and they can't make the ends meet, that's when they go in for the gum tissue and have to rebuild around it. So it all just depends on how much they have to remove. So cross your fingers.
Oh, they are crossed.
So, we'll see how it goes. Fucking God is dead. Hooray.
And
awful.
just remember, if it gets too tough down there, just tell them, smooth me out, boys.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I didn't mention that in the process. Like, so the first time I met the new doc, when he was giving me the news about peeing into the tube, I forgot to mention that there was a point as he was checking me out, whatever, because he's like, all right, let's see what we got. And so I dropped my pants, and he's like, doing his thing. And as he had my balls in his hand, like it was a fucking, conch shell. He's listening for the ocean. He kind of moves his finger back and kind of rubs my taint a little bit. He's like, we could also just, put a hole here and you could just sit down to pee.
Right.
And I'm like, you know what? Like, we're not doing that, Doc. We're definitely not going the taint hole route for this. Thanks for playing, but no thanks.
Sitting down to pee is where it's at, though. Hole or no hole.
How else are you going to watch TikTok?
No hole. No hole. Yeah, I don't mind sitting down to pee, but I don't want to just, have it fall out of the bottom of me. I don't need a, no man pussy, thanks. I'm okay.
It's like a rainfall shower head, Like
Yeah.
you just let it go.
Yeah. I think that would be my karma for the fucking cat, I think.
Right.
I know it's
That's
gonna
that fucking
happen.
cat's life.
You're gonna get all fixed up, everything back to normal. And I know you're never gonna say it out loud, but there's gonna be a moment where you have to get up and go pee, and you're gonna be like, "Man, it was easier when I had the bag."
You say that, but no, because I don't think about it, right? It just
I know.
is constantly just falling out of me, right? Like
I
it's not like,
know.
oh, I gotta pee and I gotta, release. It just falls out of me. So what happens is I get up to go do something else. Like I get up with purpose and I realize, oh, this fucker's full. Better go take a detour and drain my piss bag. Like it's super fucking irritating. Like in no way does that, because I can see where there would be a level of convenience, right? Like not having to stop to go pee is offset by having to stop whatever the fuck else I'm doing to go address it. Like it's not equal.
You just gotta
Not
get a
correct.
bigger bag. Like they
This
gave
was
you
pretty big.
they gave you that pee bag, but there's nothing that says you can't just put that tube into like a trash barrel.
I I wore my smaller bag to go see the movie and I had to leave in the middle to go fill it, to go drain it. That was really irritating. I
Oh
don't have to go pee.
no! How do you know?
Because I see like the wad in my jeans getting bigger. I'm like,
Is it like when I'm mowing the lawn, you just kind of like kick the bag and you're like, oh yeah, that's getting full.
Bag boner.
Well, yeah, because it sits like on the top of my thigh, So I kind of, and when I'm wearing, because that one's smaller anyway, so I'm always kind of more aware of that one, and I kind of touch it, and I'm like, oh fuck, maybe it'll be okay. It just keeps going, and like I stopped drinking my drink, like fuck, gotta go drink this damn thing, which
Just pour it right into your soda.
Yeah, nobody said you had to go to the bathroom. You could have just run that thing down 2 or 3 aisles ahead of you and just let it loose down there.
Because there's that one, the spigot is like right above my kneecap. So I just roll up my pants and unscrew it, and walk right back up. Oh, it's a goddamn nightmare, you guys. It's a fucking nightmare.
It sounds like a nightmare. I can't
It
tell
really
you
is.
how often I think about it, and I just feel for you.
It's not good. It's really, really not good. But
Well, we're here for
it
you.
is healing well. It's as good as it. It looks as good as it can. It's doing its thing. Nicole had a really fun time shaving me in that area properly because they did a real hack job. It looked like fucking Jax did it for the emergency room for the surgery center. So because I gave everything kind of a nice, I gave it a cursory trim, going in, because I wanted to make it all right. But they again, I didn't know where it was going to go exactly. So they got me right above the dick root. So it was a real hack job. It's the fucking tape, pulling off the tape. The tape. I told you guys today that I pulled off some tape this morning. So you got to tape the tube to your person, to kind of fix it in an area, like point it the right way. And I went to change the tape and pulled it off, and it just pulled off a strip of flesh with it because that area is so raw and beat down from this fucking nonsense. It was like, I can't hold on anymore, Captain. I just went with the tape. Cool.
Oh, disgusting. I hate it for you.
Yeah. Every day there's a fresh hell. There's something else that happens. Like, oh yeah, this is the worst. Yeah, rolled over in my sleep last night onto the tube. That was neat.
It just starts ballooning up like a Mickey Mouse cartoon.
You need a weighted blanket or something.
I gotta start sleeping on the couch again. Get back on the recliner. The way I can't roll.
Yeah.
I'm a side sleeper. There's no way.
Yeah, me too. Yeah. Like, what am I supposed to do? Just lay here flat on my back like a fucking psychopath? Like, it's real hard to
Dracula?
Yeah, straight up like a fucking Dracula. So, going back to the couch tonight, sleep on that recliner.
You just stand up.
Yeah. Hang upside down like Michael Keaton and Batman.
Yeah. I just watched all of those, all 4 of the old Batmans, and that scene
weird
of him laying upside down or hanging upside down is really strange.
As if that's how he sleeps.
Yeah. Like, I am a billionaire. I sleep hanging upside down from this pole.
Get it?
Because
Hint?
I'm Batman.
Hint?
Yeah.
Hint?
Nonsense.
Also
All
strange, every outfit that they dressed him in.
Oh, you didn't like those big, sexy turtlenecks?
Oh, that
Yeah,
fucking
all those
turtleneck
turtlenecks.
rules.
All those, like, light jeans.
You wanna get
Fucking
nuts?
what?
Let's get nuts.
White jeans?
Yeah, they were, like, super light. Not white, but, like, light.
Goddamn, I'm gonna have to watch Batman now to see about fucking Bruce Wayne's white jeans.
All right, so we're back in 2 weeks. Enjoy the Star Wars nights. I think it's gonna be a lot of fucking fun. Happy for you guys.
I will.
And again, everybody out there, next time you sling a rope, next time you comfortably relieve yourself in any capacity,
That's right.
think of your boy.
Mm-hmm.
I'll be thinking of you.
Spray some kids, and you tap your chest and point to the sky, and you say, "That's for
That's
you,
right.
buddy."
And we'll be looking at the same moon like those 2 mice in an American Tale. It's gonna be beautiful. It's gonna be great. So we'll be back in 2 weeks.
Where?
This guy gets it. We're back in 2 weeks at 10 p.m. Eastern, 9 p.m. Central at youtube.com/panelsonpages. For Jason Nyes, Jose Guzman, and our good buddy Mahoney, I am the Lord Reverend Lee Rodriguez. We'll talk to you guys in 2 weeks. Night. Love you. Bye.
You fucking Google ass bitch.
Fucking Google something.
Holy shit.
You fucking Google ass bitch.
I didn't want to say it.
What are you, some kind of bitch?
Whoa.
You fucking Google ass bitch.
Why you keep bugging us, YouTube?
You fucking Google ass bitch.
That's it. Show's over. We're done.
See you next Tuesday.